What's that?
Quail and guinea pigs.
Snack Attack CEO says the guy's TA is a joke. Damn, I feel bad for you, brother. You know what I would tell you to do is you should probably buy this dip, man. Not financial advice, but I'd put it all in right now. I'd go all in, and then once we hit about 75K, sell it then. Buy the top, sell the bottom. That's what I would tell you to do. You're going to do really well that way. Not financial advice, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I would tell you to do.
You know,
hurry up and buy, guys.
A lot of different opinions. I have a lot of different opinions to a lot of the TikTokers here. But making comments like that is uncalled for. You could do it in a more constructive way. That's just terrible.
Are you talking about me or them? Because I'm being hyperbolic, obviously.
That person down there making that comment.
You know what? I'm okay with it.
CEO.
We need the comments. We need the engagement. Part of what I do is rage bait. Obviously, this is real TA that is legitimate and is probable. But the rest of the community, most of the people out there, they don't want to push that narrative. They want everything to pump. The only content that gets pushed is pump content, not dump content. So at the same time, it does help the algorithm because the guy is in the chat. That's why I don't ban him anymore. I welcome it. You think I'm wrong? Come up here. Actually, Snack Attack CEO, I want you to come up here and tell me why I'm wrong. I would love to hear, because I'm not about hating people or discounting anyone's ideas. If you have something that I'm not seeing, I want to know, because I want to make money too. So please, if you can TA better than me, I challenge you to show me what I'm doing wrong. Anyone can say that it's a joke, but tell me why.
Yeah, I'd like to know as well now, to be honest.
What was that?
I'd like to know as well.
Yeah, that's all I want to do is educate me. If I'm wrong, please say whatever you want, but have an argument to back it up. That's all I ask. Because if you don't, then obviously you're just, rage baiting, but that's fine too. Go ahead, come on in and hit up the chat. I welcome it. G-Rod says, I love TA. I made 231% profit on it today. Dude, great job, man. G-Rod took my TA class. He was a hodler, and all he did was hold, and we were at the top, and he was like, what should I be buying? What should I be holding? And I taught him, I'm like, man, you need to be trading. And now he's making 231% trade profits. And instead of just losing his value, he's gaining value, whether it goes up or down. That's the beauty of this, is we make money whether the market goes up or down.
Yeah, it's good to have a strategy, for the way out as well. Not just for when it goes up, you got to know when to sell. I mean, me, on the 21 bear market, I sold all my Bitcoin and I bought a bit of gold. And that's done quite well for me now. So it's a win-win-win in that respect, if you know what you're doing. But a lot of people, they invest, they see the money go up, they think it's going to go higher, and it slowly comes down, and they're just hoping that it's going to go back up again. And we end up in this little cycle. Oh, it's come down $2,000. Oh, it's come down another $2,000. Oh, it's going to go up now, but then it comes down another $1,500. And before you know it, you're sitting at 65K thinking, what happened?
Yeah. It's sad that people just think that it can only go up, right? It comes down a little bit. They think, it can only go up. I'm like, it really hasn't come down that much. It's up. a lot. It's at 91K right now on Bitcoin. That's pretty dang high for a whole year of a bull run has gone by. That's pretty dang high, which is what leads me to believe like we're due for the correction. Obviously the hopium and social media has kept it up higher, and it's a little less more volatile than it was, but it is still volatile. At the same time, Bitcoin does follow gold, right? So if Bitcoin does crash down to 75K and doesn't recover back up to a new all-time high from there, that's a pretty good indication that gold is going to collapse next, because it is a bubble. You got to remember all these things that you're seeing that are up right now, it's at those prices because of leverage trading. It's over leveraged. So beware. I don't mean to be the boogeyman and scare you guys, but these things are bubbles. G-Rod says, shit, I make more money when it goes down. Exactly. Why do you think I'm watching for the dumps more than the pumps? And it's easier to tell when it's going to go down than when it's going to go up. So a lot of times what I'll do is I'll just look, and G-Rod does this too. We do this in the Discord. We look for something that's up 90, 100% and put in a short. And it usually comes down, and it comes down a little bit lower. That's how you're making that 231%. You've been like 80% shorts. Nice. Yeah, shorts seem to be the way to go right now. One thing I can tell you about the markets is a bull kick comes all of a sudden, all at once. It's very hard and strong, and it's shoots straight up, right? But when you see that, that should be your, hey, the market's out of balance and it's going to come back down. And that's when you short it. And you can catch both. You can buy the dips, sell the tops, and short the tops. You know, you can play it both ways. It's very simple. Starks, do you trade, or do you just like buy and hold, or do you short? What do you do?
I'll be honest with you, up until about 12 months ago, I was a holder. I was holding Bitcoin from like 16K, so I've done pretty well in that respect.
Absolutely,
but one thing I noticed about 12 months ago, my banks weren't going up no more, and for about 6 months, they were just going sideways, and Bitcoin was going up, and the altcoins were staying down, and I weren't seeing no real gains. And about 6 months ago, I made a decision, I'm going to start trading, so I started trading. I don't trade every day, but I trade every couple of days on like sure things, you know, when they hit the channel lines and stuff.
Yeah,
but that's what I'm doing. I don't think you're gonna make much money holding anything other than Bitcoin in this current market.
Right. We need, if you're gonna buy and hold, you need to wait for a smart money zone to buy, right? And that's gonna be 74K or lower.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's too high to buy.
For me now, I mean, I exited 123 and I exited most of it at 110. Right, for me to buy at this price is going to be pure stupidity, because if we come down to 40, I'm still going to lose half.
Yeah. And
hey, Mohammed, you got to tell these people you got in early too, though.
Yeah, absolutely. I got in the bottom of the bear market.
Yeah.
Yeah, 16K was that sweet zone, and I wish I'd bought more then. But I didn't really believe in Bitcoin. I was still sold on the idea of the beta test coin back then. You know,
I bought in at 17.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice. Welcome to the 2-digit club, sister.
I mean, I told my parents about Bitcoin years and years ago, and they didn't even buy it till it hit 50. And they ended up holding it until it went up, and like they were about to sell it at a loss. And I said, no, just hold on to it. Wait a couple years. It's going to go up. I said, it's going to see 90K for sure. I was like, it'll probably go a little bit higher, but I would start taking profits at about 90K. And here we are. That's the level we're at right now. So let's say they held through and now we're entering the bear market and they get out at 90K now. They're in decent profits from 50, but, you're not going to see much more, honestly. I just don't. There's not enough newbies and normies coming into it, right? Not enough.
Can I share a little story with you?
Hey, Oz, I'm gonna be the devil's advocate here. Yeah, there's not newbies coming, but if we just see just 1% or 0.5% of the stock market moving into crypto, there's going to be a lot of money flowing in. There doesn't have to be newbies to come in.
Yeah. The thing is, I think most of the people. Hold on. Let me just push back on that thought real quick. I think most of the people that are going to come in from the stock market are going to be small-handed investors. People aren't going to move, and it's going to be mostly retail people, and they're going to move a small portion of their 401k into it, and just allocate a little bit of risk into their 401k. And that's really all we're going to see. Big whales are probably not going to move too much into it right away. I think what you're going to see is more whales come later, but they're going to know better off to wait for the bottom to buy. They're not going to buy right now.
I think he was talking about tokenizing the stock market rather than whales.
Yeah. I mean,
I thought you were talking about like ETFs.
No,
he said about tokenizing the actual stock market. There's only one problem with that, my friend. If that does happen, right, where's all this digital currency going to come from? Right? It's going to be like buying OTC and then selling on the market. That's going to be a bit concerning. When they transition from the stock market to the digital market.
Let's see here. I think we got our special guest here. What's up, buddy? How you doing? I'm gonna go ahead and rug all you guys, and you guys can come back up after the show.
Nothing new. Keep rugging us, Oz.
I'm gonna rug
just a
G-Rod
joke.
last,
Just
though.
a joke. Just a joke.
I'm gonna rug you last, G-Rod.
Rug me first.
Nope. You're last. If you're not first, you're last. All right. Thank you for coming up, buddy. I appreciate you.
Yeah, not a problem.
Yo,
what's up, Oz?
What is going on, man? Here, let's expand you up here. Everybody, go follow my boy, Prison to Blockchain, right here. You got a camera on today, or are we just doing the? There he is.
You. How you doing, Oz?
Good, man. Good to see you. Thank you for coming on today.
Nah, thank you for having me. I'm flattered for real. Honestly.
Thank you. So, first of all, who are you? What do you do? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name's Zoe. I'm from West Virginia. I'm an HVAC technician, and I'm now investing in cryptocurrency. I'm not really a technical guy. I'm just a street hustler from the street since I was 13, 14 years old, and been in and out of prison 90% of my life. And I was looking for a change, and cryptocurrency fell in my lap.
So one of the reasons I had you come on here is because your name, Prison to Blockchain. So you said you spent 90% of your life in and out of prison. Do you mind talking about that a little bit more, or is that like a subject you don't want to touch on?
Nah, I'm not ashamed of it because people need to understand what happened, because we make mistakes. It ain't where you're being, it's where you're going.
Absolutely.
So I started selling smugs in 1996. I was around 13. I ain't dropped out of school to around 8th, 9th grade. But full throttle on the streets since then, at early 90s, and ended up going to juvie from 17 to 18. Got out at 18, then at 22, I got caught with a key of cocaine and ended up doing time for that. Got out at 28, went back at 32, and now I'm 42, and here I am.
Dang, you did that long for drugs?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Because of sales or something like that?
No, my last one, I got 9 years over 2 ounces. 9 years.
That's crazy, bro.
I did 7.5 off of that 9.
That's a lot. Hey, did you like sign a deal? You got hit with that? Like what happened?
Nah, somebody wore a wire on me the first time. That time got the 9 years.
They got you snitching. Dang.
Mm-hmm.
And so, was that a federal case or a state?
Yeah, my last one was a federal case.
That's why you did so much time. Damn.
Yeah, my first one was a state case, but they pulled me over on a freeway coming from Columbus, Ohio to West Virginia.
Damn.
And,
cross state lines, federal offense.
I didn't cross the state line yet, but they got me right before. That's why I did the 6 years for that the thing of coke, the brick. Let me say that. I ain't gonna say the C word.
Yeah. For the rocks.
Yeah.
For the drywall.
Yeah.
My boy was slinging drywall. Hey, you know what?
Yeah.
Everybody's got a pass. Like I'll tell you what. Like throughout my life, if you don't mind me telling a little bit of my story, because I told you we have more in common than you think, and this is a story that I've been wanting to tell everyone for a while. That I've been kind of waiting for the right time before I actually did it. And I felt like it was best to do it here with you because look at you, what you've done with your life. Where you came from, and here you are, you're on TikTok, you're doing something positive with your life. You're educating people in digital assets and I see some of your lives, it's not even all crypto. Like you guys are just talking about life and being positive with life, and like I saw that and I was like, man, like this guy needs a platform. What you're doing is the right thing, and you're not out here trying to shill coins or nothing like that. Like you're looking for knowledge and education, and you're trying to spread what you have as far as knowledge and education with the class. And I absolutely respect that, bro. So like you got my stamp of approval. Everybody follow my boy right here.
Appreciate you.
Absolutely, man. But one thing I want to tell you is so like I said, we had something in common. I actually, the difference with me is I was innocent. Right. I obviously, I guess you're admitting to it. You did something, you had a wire or whatever. But the system comes down on people.
Yes, it does.
And it seems like, nowadays, it's even easier for someone to catch a charge, have their life thrown away, lock you up. I was looking at 14 years. And I did about a year in county. I didn't actually get to prison. I got a suspended prison sentence.
Yeah.
So I'm currently serving 4 years in prison, out of prison right now.
Yeah.
But what happened to me so I carried a firearm legally for the last 10 years, and I had a license to do so and everything. And I came home from work. I was working in LA. Came home. I was gone for like 10 days at work. I come home and a bunch of people had broken into my house and were robbing me. I had my previous podcast at the time.
Yeah.
And I called the police or whatever, and I get out of my truck and I'm like, hey, like, what are you guys doing in my house and whatever and whatnot, right? And they like basically surrounded me and were like getting very aggressive. One guy like took his shirt off and he's like, gonna fight me or whatever. And all I did was I said, hey, back up, I got a firearm. They ran into my house and the cops showed up. And they called the cops on me after I'd already called the cops. They said that I pulled a gun out on them and pointed it at them, which I should have had the right to do. It's my own damn house.
Yeah.
Right? And because I live in California, bro, they arrested me. They claimed squatters' rights on my house and were able to legally rob me. They took away my home, everything I had in it, and my freedom, bro.
That's some BS right there.
Yeah. And I was staring down the barrel of 14 years, bro. And they didn't want to cut a deal. They didn't want to do anything. They were like, we got you. Because, you know, they showed up. They found my gun in the car. I told them where it was. I'm like, yeah, it's in the glove box. It's right there, whatever, you know? And they're like, all right, we got him. He's got a gun or whatever. And like, I wasn't even doing nothing, bro. And so like, but hey, you know, despite everything that happened, and you know, when I was locked up, everybody was like, hey, don't take that suspended sentence. Don't take it. They're going to get you on a violation. You're going to end up doing those 4 years. So I actually made it through my probation and served my probation, and so now I don't have to do those 4 years. Now, I'm not sure if I do get in trouble within that 4 years. I think I can still go back, but I ain't gonna do anything. So like, obviously, right? So, but like, dude, they tried to violate me several times, man. So like, I had my firearms in my name or whatever. I had to transfer them out of my name and stuff because I had an arsenal, bro. Like, I had a lot. Dude, it was a lot of money just to get them out of my name, and I'm just out of jail and everything. So like, I had to fire sell them and everything. It was a big old ordeal. I lost a lot of money. But basically they were like, oh, well, you didn't submit the paperwork to the court or whatever. They tried to put me right back in prison when I had done literally the next day I was out. I had all of them sold. It was done. Right. Went Turner's and dropped them off. Said, take it. But yeah, they tried to hit me with that. And then there was another one. I'm supposed to check in with my probation officer. And I checked in a day early. Right. Because I had to work. And they tried to violate me for not checking in on time. Because I didn't check in on the day. I checked in a day early. I'm like, are you fucking serious, bro? Like, they wanted me to go back to prison. Everyone was right. Like, dude, I came so close. There were many times where I was like, I had to go back into court, and I was, any given moment, I could have gone right back in and I would have been shipped right off, man. But like,
see, dude, one thing about the can I say to tell you this? Why they doing it to you? One thing about the system, right? They done already locked all of us BLK men up. That's what it's all about, right? So now they need beds, they need bodies, right? So they'll do anything to get a body because the system is worked off. That's how they get paid, off of bodies. You know what I'm saying? They get paid for our bodies.
It's a system to make money, right? So they need to fill that those cells up because they get paid on it, and they
get paid by the beds.
It's a money laundering system too. Like, most of them are owned by shell companies, owned by politicians that are making and enforcing the laws. Yeah, it's really bad, man. But one of the reasons I brought you on here to talk, I know we're going to talk some crypto too, but this is one thing that I wanted to use my platform for, is to educate people about the injustices that are happening in the criminal justice system right now. And I'm sure, because if you were locked up, then you know what I'm talking about. I was locked up during COVID, right?
Me too.
Yeah. Hey, did they give you the COVID meals? Did you go through that?
Did I?
Yeah, so
they had the cow house shut down. We was eating bologna sandwiches.
Bologna.
We were getting boxed lunches.
3 hot meals, man, and they were giving you bologna sandwiches it was not food. We were starving to death in there. And then
starving.
Did your section ever get shut down because somebody tested positive?
Listen, it was a prison full of 1,500 individuals, right? I'm in a federal prison in Mississippi, Yazoo, Mississippi. You couldn't leave the unit. Everybody locked in the whole unit. You feel what I'm saying? It ain't a like cells or nothing. It's like just an open barracks, and we all locked in there.
Yeah, so you were in GP in like the big population, a dorm, right? That's where I was. Oh, what happened? We lost you. Uh-oh, we lost him.
I got kicked off. I was disconnected.
Sorry, man. That was an accident. I was trying to expand you and you got disconnected. Go ahead. So you were in a dorm.
Go ahead.
You were in a dorm.
Mm-hmm.
I was in a dorm. It was like 75 people in my dorm, and then in the wing that I was at had 5 different blocks of like 75 people in them, and that was just like
we had 150 in that motherfucker.
Yeah.
150, and you ain't going nowhere. And then like I used to pass the trays out. Oz, I ain't gonna lie to you. Let me get an extra. Let me get an extra. No, you can't get an extra. We gotta make sure everybody eat. But it was crazy though. I'm gonna tell you a story like what really changed my life. I didn't do anything to get in trouble while I was in prison. Try not to, but I was getting transferred from the inside the fence to outside the fence to a prison camp. Right. And it was during COVID, and they had me go through quarantine. Them some bitches forgot about me in quarantine and left me in there for like 3.5 months in a cell by myself.
They did that to me, bro. They left me alone, and when I say a dungeon, bro, like when you imagine a medieval dungeon, that's where I was. I was underground, and it was like old school. Like this place was built like during World War II, and it was a camp that they kept the an internment camp for the Japanese or whatever during that time. And bro, it was a one-man cell, and it was basically the length of the bed was the width of it, and it was like you could put 2 beds, but one bed was missing, and that was like your walkway. 14 days in there, no TV, no shower, no the water that came out was brown. And when you flushed the toilet, shit water went everywhere.
I believe it.
And I was living in my own refuse like that for 14 days. It was awful, bro. It was
no.
And they wouldn't let me have a book or a Bible or nothing. Like, dude, it was foul. I couldn't access the kiosk. I couldn't use the phone. They locked me in there and forgot about me for 14 days, bro.
Yeah, they did you wrong in there. That was inhumane right there.
And I no human contact, no nothing. And the only way I could tell time, because the lights are on 24/7, only way I could tell time was when the food trays would come. And that was it.
You know that coming. You know that's coming. Count time.
Yeah, they wanted me to suffer, and what was crazy is because I was in solitary, but they treated me like I was a solitary, like I deserved it or something, right? But I was only in there because I tested positive for COVID, which I know I didn't. I was not sick, but they got paid more money for every person. So every person came through with COVID. It was bad, and what they're doing in these prisons, man, it is inhumane. It is so bad what they're doing to people. It's downright evil. And one of the other things that, and I'm hoping that through this platform, eventually, maybe we can bring light to this and make a change. And I'm sure this goes in every country. It's probably worse elsewhere. But like the air is like a recycled air system that comes through. And the water is recycled water. So you're literally drinking toilet water that's been like filtered. And they would not clean the filters regularly. So like every week or two, you would get this smell in the section, right? And it smelled like rotting flesh and shit. And it would come through the air vents, and you could smell it. And I would like try to block it with like wet tissues and stuff to like keep it from coming down. But anyone that slept under a vent was sick all the time, always sick. And whenever I would smell that, I'd instantly put a mask on to like kind of filter it out. But they were like pumping this air, and whenever you would get that smell, then all the water, you would start to see toilet paper in the water. And it was like they weren't cleaning the filtration system of the water or whatever, and like the water filtration was on site too. It was bad, man, and they're poisoning us. It was awful.
And then, like people, you can't buy bottled water in there, so people, you got to drink the water. You know what I'm saying? You cannot buy bottled water, and it's a little different. And I know what you talk about. As I when I was at the federal prison camp, I seen how they did the water filtration system. They don't take care of it. They don't take care of none of that stuff. Half of them are just to get a paycheck. Half of the guards, they're just to get a paycheck. They don't care about us. You know, some of them do, some of them don't.
They
Especially
really
in
don't.
federal prison.
Yeah, and I mean, there's a few people in there that are like caring or whatever, and I got moved to like a medical section because like I have like medical issues and stuff, right? And so, luckily, that was actually a good thing for me because there was a lot of old dudes with walkers and stuff. It wasn't as active as some other places, like where I first was at. It was like always popping off, man. They used to I was in J tank. They used to call it Jumpin' J because it was like it was wild in there, man.
Yeah, gladiator school in there, huh?
Yes, bro. And dude, and they be like people like me, man. I would get heart checked all the time. Every time I got moved somewhere, they did a heart check on me. I got put on the wall so many times by my own people just because, you know, they wanted to test me or something, man. And like, dude, it got to a point where I actually went ROP. I said, fuck all you guys. You guys are fucking with me. I ran my own program because, and this is my little segue back into economics and crypto, right? So I got a enlightenment in economics when I was in there. Because when I ran ROP, they tried to basically exile me, right? And I couldn't transact with anybody or do nothing or whatever. But luckily, I had money in there, right? I had some money on my books. I got arrested with some cash in my pocket. So I taught everybody in the section a lesson in economics, right? I gained control of all the assets in there, which put a little bit of a target on my back at first, but once I started to like build up, you know, whatever I was doing, I became too valuable because like I could make anything. Like, dude, we had miniature golf. I had miniature golf. We had ping pong. I made a chess set. I'll probably bring it on. I'll show you what I made. Yeah. Like some of the stuff that I made. I was able to sneak some of it out. But I made a whole chess set out of like this Play-Doh that I made out of food. You know? And like I could make anything in there. I was making tattoo guns. I was, you know, you name it, I could make. I could make a fucking handcuff key that I made a couple of them that were made out of like a carbon fiber type of material that I created in there. I used
lucky you didn't get caught with that.
right. Well, I would sell them, bro. So like it got to a point where I was so valuable, I had every resource at my fingertips, right? And I was balling in there. Like once I went ROP, like nobody could take, you know, tax my stuff anymore. And like I was too powerful because like, you know, I kept everything running, right? Anything they needed, I had it, you know, and I would go around and so like I like to drink at the time because I was bored, right? Yeah. So one time I got blacked out drunk, and mind you, it was on Black Friday. I got blacked out drunk, and I started some shit, and I kicked somebody down the stairs and got into a big old tussle thing, right? And basically, this is when I decided to go ROP. They said, you can't drink alcohol anymore. You're cut off or whatever, right? And I was like, oh, okay. I'm going to teach y'all a lesson in economics. I gained control of every sugar and fruit product in that entire section. And I hiked the prices up on everything because you couldn't produce nothing without me. I was like, all right, you're going to drink alcohol? You're going to pay for it. Right. And so then And they couldn't do nothing about it because they needed me so much because I was producing everything else. I mean, I was making, you name it, I made it, dude. Like, it's crazy, like the shit I was making. Because
I believe it.
I'm an engineer, right? So like, it's my job to solve problems.
Yeah.
You know, so like dude, it was crazy. I made ping pong balls. We had fucking beer pong we were playing.
Y'all was having fun.
Oh, dude, I made a Monopoly board, and I made like the little dog and the houses and the thimble and the wheelbarrow and everything. Like, and we had and we called it Your Mom Monopoly. And I actually called somebody on the phone and had them list out the board and map it out to me over the phone so that I could like make a full life-size board of Monopoly. And the Deps come walking through and they're like, y'all played Monopoly? Like
they didn't give y'all games? They didn't give y'all games to play board games?
No, this was
Dominoes?
county. This was county. It's worse. Yeah, it's worse in county than it is in prison. Like you actually you're there to live there, right? So like you get a little bit more luxuries and stuff. We didn't have none of that. So like it was like all the luxuries that you would have in prison, but in county, like in my section. That's why they wanted me, bro. Like I was working on Connect 4 and I made ice chests, bro, out of the foam trays and shit.
Yeah, I'd have loved to have you in my pod.
Oh, bro, literally people would come to me. I'd be like, think of anything you want and I'll make it happen for you. I'll make it happen, Captain. And that was me, bro. It was, I'll tell you what, I had a lot of fun. There was a lot of times where it was cool, like chilling and playing poker with the boys and stuff. There were fun times, but man, it was the most scariest, most unpredictable environment. You're always looking over your shoulder, especially like playing poker too. Like shit can pop off with that, you know. Every time you step in the shower, somebody might come at you or whatever. Like, and there were many times I fought for my life, bro. And it was at the same time, like I never learned how to talk to people. You know, my brain operates differently, right? And even on this app, man, I've struggled to deal and talk with people. But I learned a lot of how to people in there. So, it was the worst time of my life, but I wouldn't trade it for anything because it taught me how to be strong. You know, no matter what, nothing will ever bring me down.
And that's how I am in my life too right now, you know, after everything I've been through, because we go through things for a reason. That God wanted you to go through that to put you where you at right now, to test you, you know, because everything is a test. I wouldn't be here right now if I didn't go through the things that I went through, you know. So it's all about like measures of the heart, and I had to learn what I had to learn through this, you know, through these situations. And like you said, like my whole life been having to watch over my shoulders in the streets, my whole life, you know. So yeah, I don't regret none of everything. None of it. I'm glad I went through it because I wouldn't be right here talking to you right now.
Absolutely.
You know, I wouldn't be into digital assets the way I am. You know, I don't think I would be where I'm at with the prison of blockchain community if I didn't go through what I went through. So I'm grateful for those trials and tribulations, you know.
And you know, I probably wouldn't have gotten so close with God if it hadn't been for being in there. Like, and people like try to educate me on the Bible. I'm like, have you ever sat down and read every word? Like, I had a lot of time on my hands. I read every word of it. I don't know if you're a believer or not. You are? So,
yeah, I believe in God. I don't follow a religion. I just follow God, you know.
Same here. And that's one of the things, like, I teach people. A lot of people are very dogmatic. They're like, oh, you're in the stock market, you're gambling. God says you can't gamble. I'm like, show me where it says that. Show me one place where it says it. They don't know what they're talking about, you know. But
I can tell you some scripture now.
Same here. And I think you know, religion's a little less dogmatic than what we're told. We actually talked about this last night on the show, is that a lot of what's in the Bible has been removed, changed, manipulated.
Yep.
And so it can't be dogmatic anymore, right? You just got to know what's right and wrong. And listen to your maker. He'll tell you what to do, you know?
And for the individual, what he's talking about is your discernment. You know what I'm saying? Your spirit, the inside of you. Because in Luke 17:20, right, it says the observation of God is not coming back the way you think. But then in Luke 17:21, the next verse, he says the observation of God is within inside of you. So we all have God within inside of us. You're the generator of your life, you're the operator of your life, and you're the destroyer of your life. You know what I'm saying? So we make these decisions, and that's what Oz was just breaking down, you know.
Absolutely, man. So tell me more about your situation and so you do obviously we talked about where we come from and what we've been through. Where are we at now?
You know, now I'm an HVAC technician, you know, for one of the biggest companies in West Virginia, well, in Southern West Virginia. I'm an HVAC tech. I started in Tennessee. Then I moved back to West Virginia because
Did you take the prison program to learn that?
I did on my first prison stint I did, but when I got out, I ain't go back. I went back to the streets.
Yeah.
I was 28. I said, man, I went in at 22 because the age you go in is the age you are when you come out mentally, you know. You might have grown, but you got to think your life has stopped. It's like Groundhog Day. If you're doing the same thing over and over for years, your mind hasn't grown through life experiences.
Absolutely, man. So like, tell me, like, when did you learn about digital assets and what got you into it? What got you excited about it? Tell me more about that, man.
All right. I took economics in prison too. Let me tell you that. Macro, micro, took accounting, took all of that. All right. So 2023, around March of 2023, I had downloaded TikTok, got on here, start scrolling through. And then somebody was like, ISO 222, they switching from Swift to the ISO messaging system, go buy those digital assets that's those cryptos that's ISO compliant. And I went and looked it up because I'm inquisitive. So I went and looked that up. What is ISO 222? Start researching. And I put Quant, XRP, XLM, HBAR, Algorand. And that's what started me. And here I am now.
Awesome, man. So let's talk about that ISO 222. Tell me, what is it? What is it?
It's a global messaging system for the banks, for all financial institutions to speak the same language, so we can move money cohesively. Because the money has a lot of friction right now. The money moves slow throughout the world. So if you move money wires, like say we move a wire, this for the people in the back, guys. I know you know. So if you move a wire across seas, it takes 7 to 10 days. People in power want their money to move instantaneously.
Absolutely. They also want it to move securely as well, right?
Yeah.
So like, let's talk about that for a second. So let's say, and I'll kind of segue back into the ISO thing, but let's say you're an institution, right? And you want to move some money. You got $10 billion you got to move, right? Now, if in the real world, if I want to move that money, I put it in an armored truck and I put it on the road and it moves down the road and it's safe and secure in that truck. It might take it a while to get there because of traffic and whatever and whatnot, but it gets there and it gets there safe, right? Whereas, would you rather trust the armored truck or the crackhead with a bicycle that can get it there faster?
The crackhead with the bicycle.
No, come on, bro. You trust the crackhead with the $10 million? You'd be Dave Chappelle with the largest rock in the world, bro.
I had to say that. I had to make you laugh, man. Hey, I like to have fun, man. We got to have fun in life, man. We only get one opportunity at it. But now that he right though, the armored truck.
Yeah, and I think that's why the next narrative will be privacy and security, right? Because we have to be private on what's moving where and where it's going, and it needs to be secure. If institutional money is going to be going through the blockchain, right? So let me ask you, what do you think delivers that privacy and security in the blockchain?
Metallicus ecosystem.
Who? Metallicus. Tell me more.
Metallicus is the only compliant ecosystem out there. Bank Secrecy Act, anti-money laundering. You know, it's built for the institutions, built for compliance first.
And it's fast, right?
0.5 seconds, a half a second finality.
And what?
No gas fee, too.
Tell me more. Why it's secure? I like no gas fees. You got me. You got my ears going up like this because I've heard of Metallicus, but I haven't really deep dive into it. So please educate me a little more.
See, Marshall Hayner said it. See, Marshall Hayner is the co-author of the KYC and the co-author of the Genius Act. He's part of this whole system. He's just one of the brainchilds, like Jed McCaleb. I know XLM too. I love XLM too. So
Me
I
too.
just like, I'm a big XLM guy. That was my first ecosystem that I learned. But Metallic is like, they didn't set the, how it's a lot of bridging going on with all of the hacks going on in the bridges.
Yeah.
Like when we're moving money, it's like, that's what David Schwartz, he said, the hacks with the bridges, right? So Metallicus have created something called the Metal blockchain, and they got something called the inter-blockchain. So it's going to stop all of the hacking. So it's created a sandbox for each of these digital assets to come into, to operate into their own sandbox. And you could, in case you have to hack the whole blockchain to get in. You get what I'm saying?
Interesting. I like it.
I'm not too technical. I just understand. I love how to make money, and I understand. I'm not a technical guy. I ain't got none but a 9th grade education, but I know money when I see money.
Hey, you know more about it than I do, so I can't. you don't worry, you're good, bro.
Now that's why I asked you last night. You remember I asked you, do you think Bitcoin going to proof of work or the proof of stake? And yes, it's going to proof of stake. Everything's if you do your research on the Metallicus ecosystem, it's already ISO compliant. It's already working with FedNow, U.S. Faster Payments Council. They done onboarded over 13 credit unions right now, and 20 more is waiting in line.
That you know what? I'm gonna have to look into that one because now I'm like turned on to it. I like it. I thought you were gonna tell me XRP, man.
Nah, I'm not the XRP popped my cherry, but XPR network is faster than XRP. It does 4,500 transactions per second.
But is it safer?
It's way safer.
Right. I think there's a lot of technology out there as far as XRP goes that's faster and safer. Mm-hmm. And I feel like XRP is a bit of a dead technology. And as time goes by, a lot of these projects are going to fall to the wayside. Mm-hmm. Obviously the narrative through social media is really pushing the XRP thing, bro.
That's why I push Metallicus.
Yeah, I think with XRP, it's going to have its place in something, right? Mm-hmm. It's going to do something.
It's the ledger. Think about it. XRP ledger. It's the accounting ledger, digital accounting ledger. That's how I look at it. I'm just using common sense, right? That's how I see it.
Yeah, but who's even using the ledger? It's like the lowest used, ledger that's out there. So I don't know. I think a lot of the XRP stuff is moon cheese, but you had mentioned XLM. XLM was my first one that I really got into, that and XRP long time ago. And I like XLM better because, it's a public traded company and they don't own all the supply, and I see it as more of like daily money, right? Like an actual like stuff that retail is going to use to transact. Maybe not institutional, but retail definitely. Like XLM's going somewhere. And
yes, it is.
I think a lot of people, they see XLM and XRP as kind of like the same thing, but they're not. Like different companies are owning and operating them. They're very similar, but they're not the same.
Can I speak on that right fast?
Yeah, please.
I was on the live the other night, and the guy was like, XRP and XLM the same. I said, does XRP have smart contracts? He said, no. I said, XLM has smart contracts. They have sorbet built inside of their ecosystem so that they don't have to go, institutions don't have to go off chain to do transactions. So they do everything in-house. You know what I'm saying?
Well, XRP is technically supposed to be having smart contracts come to the ledger. Yeah, so that it's speculative though. There's no real concrete anything about it yet. You got
to wrap the XRP for it to have it a smart contract. Where XLM already got the Rust Solidity built inside of the ecosystem.
Yeah. Another, this is a little off topic from all this, but I have a theory
Okay.
that native tokens
Mm-hmm.
are obsolete altogether. I mean, though there will be some that have like some use case in the background, but won't really produce much value. I believe that stable coins is the future of everything. And they say no CBDCs, and like that's how, you know, the Clarity Act's written, that's how the executive order's written. But you know, stable coins is CBDC without the label.
Yep. That's
And,
all it is.
yeah, and it seems like that's the direction everything's headed, right? It seems like we are moving towards a CBDC type society. And think about like everyday, you know, transactions and stuff. Let's say, you know, we move to a digital world of currency where they're like, all right, we're gonna give you you worked all week, we're gonna give you your paycheck and you're getting paid in whatever token, right? If the value fluctuates and you get paid, you might have to wait before you can spend your money. You might have to, or you might have to spend it all right away because it's going to go down. Like, you know what I mean? It doesn't really make sense in real world application, but stable coins does. And with it earning APY, now obviously they're trying to take away the APY. And that's why we want the Clarity Act, but we need to amend it a little bit more. We'll talk a little bit more about that later. But, you know, stablecoin seems to be like, if we're really looking at adoption and the move towards using this as the way we operate as a society, it seems like stablecoins is the more likely option. And a lot of stablecoins don't need native tokens to operate. What do you think, bro?
You got a point there. I know one thing, like with the a lot of stable coins, think about this though, Oz. There's going to be a lot of friction with different stable coins, right? Because this bank having this stable coin, this bank having that stable coin, right? So that's what Metallic has created, something called the XMD stable coin. You can mint the XMD with USDC, with Tether, with PayPal, with RLUSD. You can, and it's 1-for-1, and don't
But
ever lose its
is
value.
there a transaction fee in doing that though?
Nope.
See, that's a good thing, because I really feel like if that's the case, and like we got Amazon coin and Walmart coin and all these different coins, because they're all those two coins I just named exist. They're making them happen right now. So if we don't get a hold on that, then what we're going to see is the new overdraft fee or transaction fee is going to end up becoming transaction fees from stablecoin to stablecoin, and then that's wherein lies the native token, maybe somewhere in facilitating that. But with Metallicus, you telling me that it don't do that. Now, dude, you're turning me on to it. Now I gotta look into this thing. Now I gotta look into it. But hey, all my warriors out there, my little minions that research everything, we gotta look into this Metallicus thing, because if what you're saying is true,
go look into it. You'll be back.
Yeah.
Echo came over. Echo, Mims, like they all coming because they see the compliance. They see what is built. You can go look up the Metal L2 stack, the EVM stack. All of that's, everything is the banking layer, right? All of that's coming over there. Everything coming over there.
Interesting. I like it, bro. I like it.
See, the A chain, right? The Metal blockchain A chain is built on top of the Avalanche protocol, but they basically enhance the Avalanche Snow protocol. So once you get inside of these sandboxes, you can do up to 100,000 TPSs per second.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, we're gonna look into that more, because like anybody can just say stuff, right? But like me, like I'm based on hard facts, right? So I'm gonna look into this thing. We're gonna find it, and obviously I don't shill coins, right? There's been a few I've been like, hey, I like this project, I think it's cool, I'll do some TA on it or whatever, but I'm not really a coin shiller. That's not what I do. But
me neither.
If there's a good project out there, like you're saying, that's what we're all here for, right? We're all speculating on what is the next money, right? What is it going to be?
Go look it up. Go do your research and get with me tomorrow.
Yeah. We'll do this again for sure. I 100%, bro. Like,
hey, and also with XLM, right? I still buy XLM. I still buy Stronghold. You know, they're partnered with Security, right? And then ZK Verify is now partnered with Security and coming to the Stellar Network for the privacy, because that is the new stock market, the Stellar Network.
Interesting.
You got a Lobster wallet?
No, most of what I do is Cardano stuff, right? Because like
Okay.
I've been all about Cardano because, like I said earlier, like I believe the next narrative and everything is like privacy and security. So Cardano has Midnight, Glacier Network, right? And Cardano was the only blockchain that's never been hacked. That changed like a week ago. So they got hacked for the first time. And then Cardano was created to operate with Bitcoin. So it's supposedly you're going to be able to hold custody of your Bitcoin on Cardano and stake it there. But it seems like that narrative's starting to shift. So now I'm like, okay, like what is it going to be? Because like, you know, we keep getting like these little bits, right? And we're speculating on it, trying to figure out what it's going to be. And it's always something new and something whatever coming out. So yeah, I'm looking for the next thing right now. So maybe you found it.
Not me. I thank DeFi King for finding it. He helped me find it. DeFi King, CCS. I'm gonna show you
Oh,
something.
CCS is good. Yeah, I like him.
Yeah, CCS. That's where I learned the most of it from. See, this is the loan markets right here on the Metallica's ecosystem. You can come over here and earn against your digital assets. And it's a compliance. It's all compliant through the BS Bank Secrecy Act, FedNow, and U.S. Faster Payments Council. You're getting 16% on your USDC. You can bring your Bitcoin over here and lend and borrow against it. This is the lending and loan market. Like you can bring your Stellar. That's the metal dollar right there. The one I was just telling you about, the XMD.
And that's Metallicus right there?
Yeah. This is their DEX right here. They lending protocol system. This is HBAR. You can bring your HBAR and lend it.
Really?
Your Ether. Yeah. Then metal DAO. That's the that right there is the L2 layer, the banking layer right there. That's the governance token of the ecosystem. You got Dogecoin, you got Cardano.
Governance token. That's another name for meme coin.
It's another name for bean coin.
Yeah, governance token is basically, this is a meme coin, but if you hold it, you have voting rights.
Yep. Yeah, that's what it is.
Exactly. Shiba Inu was the first governance token. And dude, I round tripped that bag like a noob, bro. I made a lot of money that I lost. That was a sad bag to see.
You can farm and lend. They got their own DEX. The WebOff wallet is the most secure wallet. So you can farm. Let me go over
You
here.
can farm on it too, huh?
Yep.
Can you lend your crypto there for other people to leverage?
Yeah, that's what I was just showing you over here.
Yeah, okay.
Right here, the loan market.
Interesting.
Yeah, right there. Then you can lend it and borrow against it.
Yeah. Oh, you can borrow also. Nice.
Yep. You see, lend and borrow against it.
That's a nice little gem there, bro. I have to admit, that's a nice little gem.
Coinbase does it, but Coinbase is not Bank Secrecy Act compliant and working with FedNow.
It will be though. I'm not worried.
Yeah.
I hate Coinbase, man.
Me
Coinbase
too.
is trash. Every time I try to trade on it, bro, I get signed out like right when something's happening, or like try to cash out when it goes out. The network's down. I can't use it. Charts never work right. I hate it, bro. It's so slow. I just can't. And the fees,
When you go to FedNow, you see Metallicus. It don't even make sense to me.
That's on FedNow.
FedNow web. Yep.
And FedNow is the new federal digital currency that they're doing, where they're going to make payments through IRS and everything else. Interesting. Bro, this is the one, man. If that's the case, everything you're telling me is true, but the fact that it's on the FedNow. Now, is FedNow using anything else? Or is it just
Stronghold
working
with FedNow? Yep.
Yeah, anything that's connected with FedNow is more than likely going to be adopted in some way.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like they're probably going to have, multiple projects and then maybe go with one later on. Because, like, government payouts, for like disability and stuff, it used to go through Bank of America. Now it's through some other thing now. So obviously they switch and transition, but dude, I think you got a gem right there, bro. I really do. That's awesome.
Hey, I'm gonna send you you had to send me your information. I got a bot already. So did let you know I've been doing something. TikTok that gave me a bot, and I ain't even got about 4,000 followers.
For real?
Yeah, I got a bot, man.
Oh shit! All mine's organic.
Yeah, I built my page organically, but somehow they got a bot that made a page. Somebody made a page, and I got a bot now.
You know what? Eventually, bro, and you probably already have them now, where there'll be fake accounts of you, right?
That's what I'm talking about, the fake accounts.
Yeah. Dude, I realized this the other day. I'm a lot bigger than I realize, because there are bot accounts that have hundreds of thousands of followers, and they steal my content and repost it. And so I realized, I'm like, honestly, I don't care about the recognition. I care about the message. Right. I want to make a difference in this world. I want to do something positive with my life. I want to, that's part of why I wanted to talk about, the first subject of like the whole prison thing, and like shed some light to the community that like there are some serious atrocities that are happening to people. These are people, not animals. Like, and even animals, I wouldn't treat animals that way, man. It's bad.
You got to think for 4 ounces. 4 ounces. I got in my last case. I got 9 years for 4 ounces.
That's crazy, man. I'm sorry.
For real.
And it's not like you tried to hurt anybody. Like my charges, I get it. Obviously, any other state, if I hadn't been in California, I wouldn't have got charged. I was on. And
not here because we got open carry. You ain't got to have gun license in West Virginia or Tennessee.
In California, guy with gun equals bad guy. That's the problem is out here. But honestly, I feel like God put me through that situation and then put me where I'm at today so that I could eventually shed light on what's going on and make a difference. I think everything happens for a reason, and I think that's why I don't know your whole situation, but we all go through things. God puts us through the fire to refine us. Like silver.
It's just like making a sword. What they do when they make a sword?
Right. They hammer it and they reheat it and they hammer it and they reheat it until finally it's a fucking katana that can cut through anything. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I feel it. And dude, I'm glad to see you out and free, man, and with us. And I want you to know, like, you got my backing and support. I'm here for you, bro. Anything you need. Guys, make sure you follow my brother right here, Prison to Blockchain.
Thank you, Mr. Page.
Send him some gifts, whatever. Appreciate it. I don't care if you send the gifts to him. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, as long as the gifts are coming in, the algorithm's going, like, I'm happy. Like, that's all that matters. So give to my guy. I don't need it. I need the engagement, man. Like, that's where I'm at with everything. Is like, I just want to get the message out there. And
can I say this, Oz, after you done?
What's that?
Can I say after you done? Can I say something?
Go ahead. I basically all I'm saying is like my whole goal here is to spread the message, and the whole prison thing is part of the message that I wanted to share, and I felt that you were the best person to bring that enlightenment with, and I appreciate you backing me on everything I was trying to do here.
Yeah, and I want to say this, since we connected, right? And I've been making connections. Like the other day, I got connected in the prison ministry live. So the universe is putting us in position, right? We already in position to be wealthy with these digital assets, right? So it's going to be upon us, because with great reward comes great responsibility. So that's why I quit my job in Tennessee to come back to West Virginia, so I can rebuild communities, change the mindset of certain individuals, and help keep individuals out of prison or go back to these institutions and talk to certain individuals. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, in the Bible it says it is easier to thread a camel through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom. So in order for God to allow us to become rich and wealthy, we have to have a strong mental fortitude and not allow it to change who we are, and not let it distract us from what our goal and our plan is here, because he giveth and he also taketh away.
Takes away. Look at David.
Yeah,
He
absolutely.
can leave the fiery women alone.
Yeah, everybody's got their vice and none of us are perfect, but the moment we lose sight of what the overall goal is here, that's the moment he brings us back to earth, right? And so as warriors, because you and me right now, we're fighting on the front lines of freedom, right? Talking about this subject and these atrocities that are happening to people is part of that fight, I believe anyway. They say 75% of the people that are in prison or locked up are innocent. And honestly, I think you're innocent, because it also says in the Bible that it's not what goes into a man that defiles him, but what comes out of him. Right? So who is the government to mandate or dictate any of that activity that you were up to? You're just a businessman in my eyes.
Yep. And you think about it, let's go back. They put it here.
Yeah.
Go back to Contra. Go back to Oliver North. You know what I'm saying?
And like the CIA, they allow certain amounts of whatever to come in, and then they take down whatever shipment and seize that, and they take that Bitcoin and whatever that they seize now too, and that's just them getting their cut. It's just a whole ring of it, man. And our government is doing way worse than trafficking drugs. Now, we can't talk about it here on TikTok, but on the other platforms, they're involved in some shady shit, Schmepstein stuff,
And that's what I believe happened with the Venezuela situation. It was the deep state playground. So what Trump has been assigned to do is to take down the deep state, and he did that. We're going to Cuba next.
Yep. They're going to come to my front door one of these days, man. And I'm okay with it. That's what I'm here for. I'll see you in the gulags, my boy. I tell you what, like, I feel like I went through what I went through to prepare me for the fight I'm about to fight, because I believe that this war is being fought in our minds and on our phones and on our TV screens. And that's why I've been putting into the position I've been put into, because like I said earlier, is we are fighting on the front lines of freedom right now, you and me. We are warriors.
Definitely are.
And one day is probably going to come bite us in the ass. But I think that we were put through the fire we were put through to prepare us for what's to come, whatever it may be. So may be it.
Yeah, we had to go through it. We had to.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that, because I learned so much, man. And like, I understood economics and macroeconomics and stuff like before getting locked up, but being in that environment and controlling the economics of the section like that, and then throughout the whole building, it really enlightened me to how the market structure actually works, how the global economy actually works, because it's really essentially the same thing on a much smaller level, like the smallest it could possibly be, and you actually get to live it and experience it as a nation, because in there, you as the individual are like your own nation. You know what I mean? And yeah, so very enlightening experience.
Hey, you know what though? I just thought about something. You said we on the front line. We're basically this right what we doing right here is called social commerce, as you know. We're going to be the new newscasters, getting up here to talking to the people, because they love our likeness. You get what I'm saying? We're relatable.
Yeah.
in this new world. You know, we're going to give them the information, you know, that they need.
I mean, that's basically what I do now. Is like we're a news show. I have the right here. Like this is our little flyer right here. Let me pull it up on the screen here.
You got to put yourself in the big screen. I can't see it.
So this is the flyer I give out to people on the show.
Okay.
Right. And basically it says financial news media outlet and technical analysis offering one-on-one coaching and technical analysis classes. Our news media outlet consists of 3 journalists, right-wing, left-wing, moderate, along with Jesse, our on-site live broadcast fact checker. So like that's what we do. Like I'm a news anchor. I'm just the anchor. I'm the personality, right? We have the journalists that now I had to lay off a lot of the journalists, right? But we still have the IT guy and we have Jesse, and Jesse's basically acting as the journalist now. I'm hoping to like get everything boosted back up to where we were, because man, before TikTok did this whole like reset of everything and basically you know, China and the US fighting over who's going to have control of it. Before that, man, we had like 300 people in the live and I had like 200 subscribers and, you know, we were raking in money. And so like I could afford to pay all these people. And I was like, hey, we're going to do all this stuff. So I built this whole studio and bought all this equipment and everything. And then it all just went like overnight. And so like I took a little break for the holidays and like now I'm back at it. I'm like, okay, they're going to redo everything. They're resetting the algorithm. There's a deal. I'm hoping that maybe we get back to where we were. So like, time will tell. But yeah.
Do you think we would go to the like the Web3 platforms as far as like connecting your digital wallet to these social media platforms?
We already are. I'm live streaming on a layer 2 of Ethereum right now. It's called Abstract. And I get paid in crypto for my time that I live stream. And I get paid for my engagement. So for likes and everything, my wallet is connected to it. And people can tip me in cryptocurrency, in stable coins. And I'm doing it right now.
Damn, you gotta teach me that.
Nigga, hold on, I'm gonna pull it up right now. Check this out. So this is Abstract right here. We're live streaming. This is my wallet right here. All right. So there's rewards. So I earn XP for the time that I go live, right? I earn these little badges that I get into my wallet or whatever. You know, I can trade, so I can, you know, trade Ethereum, Pudgy Penguins, Absternute, whatever, for whatever token right here. I can use USDC, USDT, right? I got my wallet.
I like that.
I got like $18 in it right now, but that's just what I've earned on this platform. And like the markets have gone down. It was actually quite a bit more. I just don't spend it. I'm just letting it accumulate in there.
Yeah.
And then there's the live streams, right? So all these people are live streaming. Look at, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 people ahead of us. So we're the number 4 live stream on Abstract right now.
Damn.
Top of the
I
charts.
gotta get on Abstract
right here. Top of the charts. And then on top of it, you can also develop. So there's games you can play. There's all these different games and apps that you can play and discover, and they're all listed right here. And you can also develop stuff here. So let me see here.
There's so much stuff nowadays.
So like if you're a dev, you can create your own like smart contracts and different protocols and things on the this layer 2 and develop. Maybe it's this right here. And I think it's because of how I have it opened up right now. But there's a lot to it. You know, we've only been on for like a couple months. We got like 219 followers, and these are real people. There's no bots allowed on this site. It's
That's
all
why
tracked.
I asked that.
Yeah, it's all tracked by your wallet and stuff, right? So it's on the blockchain. So there's no fake accounts. It has to be linked to like a real person. So it's real engagement, real people. And like everything that I had, I made a few trades in here as well. Like, so I had some other tokens. You can also store your NFTs. You got your whole transaction history is all like, so every one of these transactions is where somebody either sent me money or I earned money from going live on the live stream. So that's every one of these transactions, and they're micro right now, but I see a long-term potential and go, with this. So this is definitely like the future of live streaming happening before
I like
eyes.
that.
And
I gotta go ahead. I like that.
yeah, I feel really blessed to be a part of Abstract because you actually right now not anybody can live stream on it. You have to be approved and you have to prove engagement and different things just to get on it. Like there's a bunch of creators that are on here. They're asking me, hey, how do I get on there? How do I get on there? I'm like, I mean, these are the steps, and if you want to take the steps, I will point you in the right direction, bro, and I will help you out. But like, I got lucky. I was in the right place at the right time. They only allow so many creators at a certain amount of time every so often, and they've had 2 waves of onboarding of creators. One was in January, and one was like a couple months ago, and then that was it. They haven't allowed new people, and they only allow so many at a time. But if you're interested in getting into it, man, I'll point you in the right direction, and think of it as a long-term goal. Even if it took you 6 months to get it took me 3.5 months to get into it. Once you get in, you're at the beginning stages of something massive here. So exactly. Yeah,
exactly. I love being at the ground floor.
Right. And dude, think about it like this, bro. We're here on TikTok, right? We're live. I've been live for 2.5 hours. We made like $11, right? In like gifts and stuff, right? I'm sure you made a couple bucks in gifts, but that's money that people sent us. On Abstract, we're getting paid for our time, right? So the longer and the more I live stream, the more money I'm making.
Damn. So if you live streaming all day long, you making money.
Well, see, I used to do that. So I have a whole year of going live Monday through Friday, 5 to 9 p.m. Right? So 4 hours of content, 5 days a week. I've got terabytes of footage all recorded. And so they allowed you, as long as you had a disclaimer, you could live stream like that. And that was like when it was in the beginning. Last month they updated their entire thing, right? So for like 2 or 3 months I just live streamed around the clock, right? And I was just collecting and that's why like I made like $20, but it's really more like I made like a couple $100 because the markets just continued to go down. And that's one of the problems. It's like, okay, like we're getting paid in crypto, some of it's in stable coins I'm getting. But the way I see it is right now where I'm at is I'm live streaming and the markets are only going to go probably up from here as far as Pengu. Right. It's bottomed out. And that's mostly what I make is like Pengu or ETH or whatever. Right. So I see it as like, I'm just going to accumulate it on here by going live and, eventually it'll take off and that $20 will be $20,000. In a couple of years. I'm cool with that. Like, I am cool with that. So I'm patient.
You got to be in life. That's one thing we learned in the situations we were in: patience.
Absolutely.
A lot of people don't have that, because you had to, especially like this. Like say you go in a commissary line, like when you in prison, like you got to stand there for hours. Hours. You standing in the commissary. And then, right, as soon as you finish with your bag, you go through the commissary line. You can't leave. You got to still sit there till they do the next move because they only do 5-minute moves.
And you had to like check everything, make sure it's there, and if it's not, they take it all back. Like, oh man, that was awful.
So it's a little different in prison, you know what I'm saying? Because you go into the commissary store,
right?
And you hand them your slip. And you just right there, you know what I'm saying? And they fill in your slip. but you in a room just full with your unit. This is just your unit's day to go to the commissary. Y'all all in there, and
Yeah,
you stuck locked in there.
in county, they'd bring it to the section, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
everybody being in line, they'd call out the number or whatever, and you come up and you get your bag or whatever. But you had to check it right there. And if it wasn't
Yeah,
in
you
there,
had
you
to.
walked away with it. You didn't get it.
See, I ain't do that much time in the county. I only did see, when you go into federal prison, they get you out of there because they got to pay for that bed.
Right.
So when you're in the county and you're a federal inmate, they don't want you in there long.
Right.
You know, and you're not with everybody else. Like, you're not with state individuals. They got a whole pod just for federal inmates.
We had federal inmates in my section.
They did?
Yeah.
Okay. In mine, they didn't. Where I was at in West Virginia.
I was in a medical tank at that time,
Okay.
so they had like mixed people. So like,
Okay, that's why they did.
Yeah.
Medical tank.
Yeah, they had all levels in there, like, and because my charges were pretty high. I had a assault with a firearm with intent and all kinds of add-ons and extensions or whatever on them. So like I was in with the murderers. And 99% of the people that I was locked up with took someone's life. There were people on death row in my section, or at least facing death row. Like they hadn't gotten there. They hadn't been charged yet. They're like going through court or what.
Yeah. Hey, when you grew up in our neighborhoods, like you grow up with them type of guys. You know what I'm saying? That's already they say never been caught for those things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know serial K's. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You don't know. I don't know that they did it, but you just can. How the streets be talking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, revolution. I forget what the figure is, but it's like one in so many people that you're around have killed somebody or unalived somebody, and have and there's like a statistic of how many people are serial, whatever, So like, yeah, it's more than people realize. Like you've been in contact with somebody that's taken a life.
Everybody has. All 46 people in his life they probably have.
I didn't realize how common it was until I got locked up. Right? I didn't realize just how, I wouldn't say normal, but common. Like it happens a lot more, and it's not always, in the news, because it just happens all the time. And I think they don't want people to think that it's happening all the time, but chances are it's happened in your neighborhood, in your area, on your block, whatever it is. It's happened there recently.
Yep.
Yeah, the world is not all sunshine and rainbows.
It's not. And one thing that I've learned, right? I like when we as an every reading the Bible, I like the allegory story, Tower of Babel. It's an allegory story, And one thing I've learned when I study Kemetic knowledge, that we all are God's children at the end of the day. It's just the soul has a duality, male and female duality. And when we take physical form, we come to this life to experience. That's what this life all about, is unconditional love. This is a matrix we live in. It's a maze. It's a game. All of this is a game. But how you going to play it?
Oh, there's Revolution. She says the average person will cross paths with approximately 16 to 36 emitters.
Easily.
Yeah. I did more than that, guaranteed. Guaranteed.
And them guys that have done that, they're just regular guys. They don't. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
or women, they not.
There was this one guy, the nicest guy, and I kind of like befriended him. You don't have no friends in there when you're locked up. You ain't got no friends, but like you have people that that you coexist with well, right? There's this guy, man, like we were coexisting, and like we got along, and like we were in prayer group together and doing Bible study, and we're always talking. We walk together every day, right? And then I found out what he did, and I was just like, whoa, it is horrific what he told. I can't even say it on this app.
I believe it. I believe it.
Yeah, maybe one of these days we'll do a Twitch abstract exclusive where we can basically say whatever we want. But here I can't tell you. But man, when I found out what he did, I was like, I can't talk to you anymore, bro. Like I can't. It was that bad. Like,
I believe it too,
dude.
I believe it.
It was so bad, and I only found out because basically someone that knew who he was like came into the section next to us, and like they wanted him, right, because of what he did. And I was just like, oh, bro, like, nah, you should have told me that a long time ago, bro. It ain't cool. It ain't cool.
It ain't.
Yeah.
Like when I did my state time in Ohio, like they mix and mingle you with the M people, the murderers. They mix and mingle you with them. But when you're in federal prison, those people can't come down to the lower level. They have to stay in higher securities. You know what I'm saying?
Like
Behind
level 2,
fence.
level 1.
Yeah. They have to. But like when you in the state prisons, they don't care. They put you all together.
All of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I was in Ohio. Yep, TikTok seller. I was in Ohio, London, and Noble in Ohio. London Correctional Facility and Noble Correctional Facility in Ohio.
Yeah.
He said, TikTok seller said Ohio.
I was in several of the worst county facilities in California.
I believe it too.
They moved me around quite a bit. Yeah. It was bad. One
all
place
of those
was
G
not
labels.
so bad, but the place that was not so bad that they had me, that's where they had me in the dungeon. So like I didn't get to experience the nice grass outside and like all the different things that were great about it. But man, I was actually in one of the worst places you could be in Southern California.
And think about this in Cal, y'all got them G people, the G's. You know what I'm talking about. I don't want to say that word.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of that out there.
Yeah. And the PCs too, man. You think that you can just PC up in there? They don't just let anybody PC up, and they'll even put PCs in GP. Which is crazy in county. Like and like so I mean there's some foul people that were in there, and like sometimes you gotta put in work. I don't want to scare people, but like there are times I had to put in work. They make you do it. You don't have a choice.
Or you gonna get ran up top. Or they're gonna try to run you up top.
Yep. It's either you or them, and you're like, well, fuck, this is what they did. I guess they have it coming to them. You just gotta you try to rationalize it, I guess, but it's politics, man. It's all that politicking.
Yep. It's all about politics in there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's why we are, and we went through that. We can talk about it now, but here we are now. We are on the verge of rebuild communities, on the verge of being great people, successful individuals. Look what we got going on here.
I know.
Look what I created. I got over 120 members in 3 months in Prisoner Blockchain in the community in 3 months.
That's awesome.
And it's still growing.
Yeah, and I'm growing too here as well. Like just having you on and having this real conversation, like viewership is starting to go up. Like I appreciate you coming on, like, because honestly, I think a lot of the community is a little burnout on talking about the same shit all the time. Like it's a bit of a refresher to like speak on these things, because like I said, I'm trying to get your attention with your wallet, but I have a message that I'm here to spread. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to do anyway. And I feel like you're doing the same thing, like, because like that's why your name is what it is, and like you're trying to pull people up instead of push them down. And that's why I was so called to you. Like I seen you and I was like, man, I need to reach out to this guy. We need to link up. I had to do it before you got too big, bro, and then I fly under the radar.
Hey, listen, I'm still gonna be a humble guy, because that's just who I am, Like I had money already. This little stuff don't bother me, when you 10, 15, 16 years old with $50,000, $60,000, that's nothing, 10, that's been my life. So nowadays, like being big, I'm still going to work on houses. I'm still going to work Carhartt paints and vans and being a normal guy.
Yeah, same here, man. Like I'm retired off this. I don't know if you know my story, but I retired in January last year.
That's what's up.
So I've round tripped like every bag, every cycle, bro. I've been in this since 2016. I just can't. Okay, so I've been a trader since I was like 18, right? Okay. In the stock market mostly. I got into crypto, and I just had this feeling like, oh, okay, like it's gonna go more, right? And then it didn't. So I round tripped my first bag in like 2017, right? And then the next time it happened was in like it was like 2020, right? We had that other bull run, and I was like, okay, well, all this COVID stuff happening and everything, this time it's different. You know what I mean? And I fucking round tripped again, bro. I was like, it can only go up. They're resetting everything. They're doing all, because everyone's talking about the Great Reset and everything and all that stuff. All the narratives that were being taught about adoption and everything that you're hearing right now, there's nothing new about it. We've been hearing that since day one. Yeah. And so this time, finally, I was like, I learned my lesson. I was like, I'm taking profits. I'm getting out when it tops. Like I'm not round tripping again. Like I could have been retired years ago.
Yeah.
And so finally I was like, and that's why I'm here, is like to help people and let them know, like, hey, I know adoption's happening, but it ain't happening right now. You got time. So like take profits still. You got to make the money real. And this was what we were talking about last night on your live. What was his name? We were talking
Crypto Cliff.
Yeah, Crypto Cliff. As we were saying, is like, you got to take profits. It ain't real until it's in your bank account. You got to, and most the creators on here, they're preaching the word of just buy it and hold it forever. And they're preaching that at the top of the cycle. They're literally telling you to buy and hold Bitcoin at 100K. That ain't right. And they know better. They know damn well better that it probably ain't going higher. Maybe it is. Maybe they think it is. I don't know. But I'll tell you what, most of these people that are telling their communities to buy are selling on top of their people. They're using their own followers as exit liquidity while they're collecting gifts in the chat.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
That's why I tell people, like, for me, I missed the train for Bitcoin. I ain't spending that type of money to get into that asset. So I'm looking for these lower hanging fruits. I ain't gonna lie to you. Put $30 in there, get 400,000 tokens. That's how I did Loan Protocol, XPR Network. Got in early,
Yeah, I think that's another problem, is like thinking like, oh, I have a lot of tokens, therefore I could potentially make more money. What we have to look at is we have to look at not only the price, but the partnerships with the project, and also the supply ratio to the market cap.
Economics.
Yeah, exactly. And that's when, so the Metallicus, I'm going to look into that, all the tokenomics on it, and see where can we go with this project? Because everything you're telling me, I like it. I hope it's right, because like that's the next thing for me. And like, we talk about diversification and whatnot. Like I keep a diversified moon bag, but my trading coin is very centralized, right? So whatever I'm trading like one or two at a time. I'm not trading, 80 different tokens. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Just better with like basic Bitcoin, Ethereum.
No, I'm more into small caps.
Okay.
I like small caps. I'm actually starting to get into meme coins. I know I'm a degen, bro.
Ain't nothing wrong. Hey, you an OG. You can do that now. You playing around. You can
Yeah,
make a little money here and there.
exactly. I'm just, I got linked in with Crypto Rap, and he's been like showing me a thing or two, and some of his filters he uses and stuff, and like I've been making big plays. I did like 1,000% the other day off of a coin he called out, and I'm only playing with a couple bucks, but like, hey, that's real money. Like,
Hell yeah. Hey, I found a poly market token on Solana. I put like $20 in it. When that thing go to a penny, I'm gone.
for real.
I'm gone. I can't hold that. For what?
All right, let's see here. It's about 8 o'clock. Is there any last thoughts you want to leave us before we end the interview here, man? And obviously, we're gonna do this again, man. I had a blast talking with you, man, and like you touched my heart in so many different ways, man. I'm glad to have you here.
I'm just gonna say this for the people in the chat, man. If you do today what others don't do, you can do tomorrow what others can't do.
Damn, that was real. I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Yes, sir.
I'll see you next time. And
right.
thank you again for coming on. Make sure
Man,
all of you
thank you.
guys follow Prison to Blockchain. Real dude in the space. Appreciate him. Consider him one of the fam here, the crypto fam. All right, take care, brother.
All right, take care, boss. Thank you.
Absolutely. All right, guys, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share the show with your friends, share the show with everyone you know. Thank you all for showing up. Start tapping that screen. Show some love. Appreciate it. Thank you for all the gifts. We had a few gifts for myself and for our guests here. Thank you very much. Let's give a shout out to TikTok Seller, Paige, Revolution, Saints, MVP. Let's see, Man Friday, D-Joy, Tasha, Seamont, Mr. Squirrel, Starks, Solom Spartan, Miss Evie, who else? We got Run Up the Blockchain, Mother of Dragons, Crypto Rap, Chillwell, Cosmic Crypto, JFM. Thank you all for your wonderful gifts and everything, your support. I appreciate you guys. Looks like TikTok Seller wants some free A. Everybody wants some free A. Throw out a project. And if you are following me and you're hitting that like button, I'll do it for free. Otherwise, it ain't free. All right? I guess that's the small price you got to pay, right? It's still free. It ain't going to cost you nothing. It's just going to cost you a follow and a like. How's that sound? And don't forget to join the Discord, link in my bio. Join the Discord. We''ve got a lot of sections here. Let me pull it up here for you guys. Let me just show you what we got going on here. So we've got, we got the voice lounge going right here. Let me close that real quick. Oh, shit. Shoot. I'm still kind of learning this. So these are all the sections. So we got our rules. We got announcements, all the different things, right? Different flyers that are happening. We had today's flyer right here. Locked in, not locked out. Right. And then we got news section. So we're posting all the different news articles, what's going on, and which is very important for tracking the markets is you want to know what's going on in the news, right? We want to know if we're going to war. What does this tell you? If we're getting steak and lobster for the Marines, what does that tell you, right? If you know, you know. Also, we got what's going on with Venezuela and different protests. We got crypto news as well. All the different news articles that I cover in the show will all be posted on here. Everything going on. And as you can see, it's stacked up. There's a lot of news to go through. We've got merchandise here as well. We got social media, social media, different platforms and places we're on, so you can find us. We have the knowledge section. This is my favorite section, by the way, knowledge. So we post audio books in here, legal knowledge, how to navigate through the legal system, criminal, civil, financial, how to build trusts and businesses and things like that, books to read, and you can add anything you want to it. We also have survival skills. This is one that I like as well. It's got skills on how to tactics and stuff, like, because we play Call of Duty, wound care, first aid, surviving like a nuclear explosion, things like that, all kinds of different stuff. We have personal growth, where you can it's mostly like inspirational different things. We have recipes that teach you how to make like homegrown food and recipes and stuff. Then we have like the general crypto. We have wins. Let's look at some of the wins we got. We got 48% right here from G-Rod. We got 31%. We got 206% and 156% from TikTok seller. We got 231% from G-Rod. We got another 116% from TikTok seller. These two guys right here, they're doing some real trading and they're making a lot of big wins, guys. So if you're looking to link up, we also have the crypto section where we're doing technical analysis. Yeah, Josh as well. Josh is doing a lot of good stuff. So if you're looking to learn how to trade or link up or copy someone else's trades or whatever, or just get locked in, we're doing a lot of big stuff here, and we're making a lot of wins. And these are on up days and down days. We play both sides of the market here. It's beautiful. And then we got memes, obviously, funny stuff, little jokes and whatnot. We got Down the Rabbit Hole, and Down the Rabbit Hole is active, okay? We are going through conspiracy theories and different things all day. We're having long debated discussions about different topics. As you can see here, we're just talking about all kinds of different stuff there. We do have a special one that's called Moonshot for anyone that's in the TA class. If you're a part of our technical analysis class, you can be a part of Moonshot, where we do group trading. We have cars where you can post pictures of your cars and what you're doing or whatnot, or what car you want to have. I got some of my cars in here and different projects that I built. So you can post your cars and things that you like, whatever. We got true crime, and one of our next guests coming up is going to be Lisa, the True Crime Corner. She's coming on the show. She does a lot of true crime stuff, serial killers and missing persons, stuff like that. So all those different videos, if you like true crime. We have ghost stories. Now, we don't have any ghost stories yet. This is a new one. Tell us your ghost story and paranormal encounter. If you've ever had a ghost encounter or a paranormal encounter, I want to hear your story. Or if you find a cool one on TikTok or something, you want to post it there. I want to hear these stories so we can talk about them. And because we don't do just crypto, we have multiple shows that we do as well. This is our crypto show, obviously. And so then we also have our TA class, and then we have a voice lounge where we all get together and we basically talk, right? It's a group where people are talking, and I'll be playing video games or whatever, live streaming, and we have it open and everyone's just talking and chatting, and we're all just hanging out, and we're talking crypto. We're talking about all these different sections. So click the Discord link in my bio, join the Discord. If you have any issues with joining the Discord, just copy the link and put it in your browser and it should come right up, no problem. All right, so it looks like we got some people want some TA. Viewer description. Let's do some TA for you, brother. Good to see you. Let's do quant. I guess we could do do Kraken. Quant. So Quant is nearing the bottom. I think we're going to retrace back down here to that 59 level, 59.27. It's definitely coming back to 67.45 soon. It looks like a bull flag, but it's not. It's actually a descending, broadening channel, but it's going to break down. I think a lot of people, you're going to see the manipulation happen here. You're going to see a lot of things that look bullish that just really aren't. I think what I see here is kind of a head and shoulders right there. I think we should see back down here around 58. We should. Obviously, that's subject to change. We shall see. Hershey Kisses. Are you following me? Do you follow me? Because don't forget, you got to be following me. I have to see you around. I got to see you at least hitting the like button. At least start hitting the like button so I see you pop up that you're liking. Make sure you follow. That's all I ask. All I ask is that you like and follow, and I will do TA for you. So the next one, Bobby Namadi. Bobby, are you still in the chat? Otherwise, I'm gonna skip over you and we'll go over to Hershey's. Bobby, are you still in the chat? And remember, you gotta be following me. All right. And Bobby, you gotta be hitting the like button. I can see who's liking and who's not, just so you know. All right. So make sure you're liking, Bobby. I see you. I appreciate you. All right. Let's see. Bobby wanted Teo. I will tell you this about Teo. Didn't this one, it was the one the CEO like basically got brought up on charges. This one might be dead, to be honest with you. Yeah, this one's coming down. Yeah, and it kind of looks like it's going to form the cup and handle thing here, but remember, this is a drop into a cup and handle, therefore it is not a cup and handle. Cup and handle only works if it pumps up into it, all right? So it usually has like a long green candles, like double its size. Then you're talking about that. Let's look at the 1 hour. I imagine this thing's coming down. So it looks like it wants to bull flag in the 1 hour, but I'm not buying it. I think what we're actually seeing is a double top. We had a small double top right here, but in the next day or so, we should see something like this. So it's coming back to 220 short term, and that puts us around January 12th. Yeah, so it could potentially come back down here to the wick of 199. It'll probably retest the 199 zone, 200. All right. So just so you know, more than likely that's what's going to happen come the end of the month. We should be, maybe the lowest is 220, right? Or 206. But it's going to come down around this zone here, right? Where this consolidation section is, this is where it's headed, all right? So keep that in mind. We have a double top right here. It's coming down. All right, let's see. Who was next? Let's see here. All right, XCN, it looks like. Let's take a look at XCN. XCN. Yeah, same here. XCN is coming down to the low. Expect anywhere between 006 and 004, 003 even, maybe. Somewhere around there. Maybe 003.537. It's probably going to come down to about this price here. Either the top of this candle right here or the top of this wick right here. Somewhere around there is where it should come down to. And it could potentially go lower. I could see it coming all the way down to 001. It's definitely likely, especially if the cycle is over. Right? If the cycle is over, this is what they look like, ladies and gentlemen. They shoot up like this, and then they trend down like this. All right, expect to see that. All right, and expect it to, come down to around here or just above it, right? Somewhere around there. That's what you should be keeping an eye out for. Let's see, who was next? It looks like we had Beam. Let's take a look at Beam. Beam. By the way, if you're in another country and you want me to pull this up in Australian or euros or whatever it is that you're trading in, let me know and I can do that for you. It's no different. I'm looking at the numbers, not the I'm doing lightning TA for you. Okay, Beam, there is not enough data here to know where it's going, but I will tell you this, it's coming down. All right, it could potentially, because it's low cap, go to 0.03355. It could potentially, okay, but I'm going to say probably highly unlikely that it's more headed for the downside. I would be looking for sub 0.002, on this, and probably even lower, okay? This is how these things run, ladies and gentlemen. They go up like this, and then they come down like that. All right? So don't be surprised to see it look like that. All right? Be careful. I could be wrong. There's just no data, but this is typical, is to see something like this. And it could, like, in between here, go up higher and then come down. It could easily do something like this, okay? Like, none of this is certain, okay? But I've seen them do things like this where they'll go like here, down, and then up again, and then down. That is also another potential, right? And that's where it would move up to that zone I said, but you're talking about, this is from January to February 4th. That actually lines up with the moon cycle. I'm going to go with this TA. This lines up with our timeline. This is what I'm thinking. This could potentially, it may go less high. It may go up and do like this. It may do, and this is probably more likely. And that's end of January, and that's probably a little more spread out, but it'd probably look something like that. This is probably the more likely scenario. All right, so you'd be looking to buy somewhere around 0.025 and sell around 0.0285, something like that. That's going to be your, can't really tell on this. There's just no data. Okay, there's no data, but I'll tell you, this is probably going down. I can give you for certain, I pretty much know what the market's about to do right now, so I don't have to look too much. But if I go into the 1 hour, you can clearly see we're building a head and shoulders. Okay, so it's coming down. I don't even need, I don't need to do it. I pretty much know what's happening because the markets have been moving together. So I can pretty much come up with a consensus in the market. And if you want me to validate it with the TA, fine, whatever. But there's your Head and Shoulders right there. It's coming down. What coin is that? This is Beam. Beam. Oh, you're going to go short it, aren't you? You know, maybe I should go short a bunch of stuff. You know what? Let's get on tonight and do some shorts. Let's get our shorts on, baby. Well, I got some khaki shorts. Maybe I'll put those on tonight with some cargo pockets to hold all the chips that I'm going to be making. Yeah. Bro, we been shorty. I know I do. Honestly, I haven't even been trading, bro. Like, I've been just so busy. Miss Evie says, let's get our shorts on, baby. All right, let's see here. Who is next? What was the next one? Let's see, we did Beam. And then what's the next project? Can you do XRP, please, bro? Yes, I can do XRP. Oh, you're not going to like it. You're not going to believe it. I tell you what, no matter what I tell you, because you want to know what XRP is, you're not going to like anything I have to say. You're not going to like what comes on the screen. Look at, there's our spooky ghost. Our spooky ghost is back on screen. Everybody hit the like button for our spooky ghost friend right here. We've had our spooky ghost on the show for a long time. That's what's up. Let me see here. You know what we're missing right now? We're missing a little bit of tunage. We're missing a little bit of Goat Tribe. There we go. All right. You ready for some free A? XRP is going to fill the fair value gap at 195. And it could potentially go lower from there. XRP is in a descending channel. It's wicked out of it, you know, but yeah, it's coming back down here. It seems like XRP, because of the community has decided that anything under $2 is a buy, right? Which will potentially keep it up. Eventually it will drop below $2, but expect to see these low levels, 190, 180, and 175, and it can potentially come lower. 130 is on the table ish. 130 ish is on the table for XRP, so be ready, because that is the next sub level to fill, around 130. All right, let's see what's next here. We did XRP. Chronos. Let's do Chronos. Let's leave XRP up for a while. XRP is like our baby. Everybody hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, share the show with your friends. Everybody, I need y'all to like right now. So I need to see the likes flying, or I'm just going to stop doing TA, because we've dropped below 20 viewers. I can't have below 20 viewers, otherwise I have to cut the live stream. So we need to get above 20 viewers. Likes, we need gifts, something, boost the algorithm. So if you want me to continue TAing, I need your support. I need your engagement. So anytime we drop below 20 views, I either have to get the engagement or I have to stop the show. It's just what it is, because I'm not going to fall out of the algorithm again. All right, we've finally gotten back into it. I cannot have the algorithm thinking that since the guest left that everyone else is leaving with the guest, because it's going to just push you all to them, and I can't have that. So I need y'all to get me up to 20 viewers. All right, I will do Chronos for you. But after that, if no go, then we're gonna end the live. All right. I mean, it's doing something cool though. It's trending up. Here's the thing is, here's your TA. All right. We got an ascending broadening wedge, which is bearish. Eventually it's going to break down below this, and that's going to take us to basically zero, right? 0.0000000 something, right? It's going to come down here to 0.0005, right? That's where it's going to come down to, right about here, when it does fall. Or it just respects this line and just continues to creep upward. I would say your buy zone is between 0.086, 0.085, and basically nothing. 0.00 whatever, right? Anything below that. So here's the potential we could see. We could definitely see it shoot up here again. It could hit, 50 cents. It would probably fall short. I'm gonna say 0.047 is gonna be your exit point, and I would say even less. I'd say 0.045 is where I'd be getting out. I want to get out a little early. There's plenty of money to be made here. Don't be greedy. I'd even get out at 0.039. I'd start 139ing at 0.035, 0.039, and 0.45. Excuse me. 0.34, 0.39, and 0.47. That's where I'd 139 out. Your screen is so tiny. I'm sorry. Come to Twitch and you won't have that problem. Send me a follow, and we're multi-streaming on multiple platforms. Other platforms, it's easier to see. I'll tell you what. Here, is that better? Can you see that? Does that help you? I'm trying to help you out, guys. I am. All right, so we're at 15 viewers. I'm gonna call it a night. If you guys want more TA, you got to send a gift now. That's where we're at. So send a gift and I'll stay on. Otherwise, we're gonna call it a night. What is the coin name? It's Chronos. Chronos right here. Chronos. Miss Evie, thank you for the rose. I'll tell you what, I will set a goal, and if we don't reach it in the next 2 minutes, we'll... First of all, okay, we need a heart me. So we need to get a heart me within the next minute, and then we need to get like a galaxy within the next 2 minutes. Otherwise, we gotta call it a night. Because we're dropping below 15. That's where it's at. Oh, thank you for the heart me. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. All right, now we need to get a galaxy, or it needs to be a dollar or two more gift. Oh, you know what? Donuts. I need like 80 donuts. I need 80 donuts like yesterday. Let's see here. Where's the donuts at? There it is. We need 80 donuts. I know that sounds like a lot, but they're like, that's just what TikTok wants.
to just be different, cause all my life I've been belligerent. I get so mad when they play ignorant, but that's what made us so magnificent. Yeah, we here and we chilling with the tribe. Got my grass and my hoodie and my light. Getting lit, come on, you know you wanna try.
Which is really, like, it's weird because TikTok wants us to basically perform where we were at like months ago. That's basically what it's telling me right now, is that they want us to perform like we used to. Do you guys see any of my goals? Are they even popping up? It didn't even work. I don't know. The live goal thing, it doesn't even work for me anymore. There's the donuts. Yeah, I need like 80 of those though. One ain't gonna cut it. I appreciate though a couple of them. I mean, I need like $5 or $10 to follow in here real quick. Otherwise, we're toast. I'm gonna go ahead and do Cardano for the guy that sent the, what is it? Mike Dillon. I can't pronounce that. I've always been bad about doing it, the names, but I'll go ahead and do Cardano for you real quick, and then we're gonna call it a night, unless I receive like a Galaxy in the next couple minutes, because we're just not getting up there. We're at like 16, but it's just not good enough. TikTok wants it, so but I got you, since you helped me get the heart meat and complete my goal. I appreciate that. But this might be the last one. Let's see, Cardano. Yeah, Cardano's coming down, broski. Expect to see 0.031 ish, 0.0, or excuse me, 0.32 or 0.31. So 32 cents, maybe 33. Yeah, it's coming down. It's gonna do something like this. And it's gonna come down here. Probably something like that. Probably coming to 20 cents long term. Would that be like June? Yeah, that makes sense. This is March. Yep. That kind of lines up with the timeline. Something like that. It's coming down. It could potentially go up, but it ain't gonna. I just know better. I ain't stupid. Yes, smash that like button, guys. Subscribe to the channel. Share the show with your friends. Follow me on all platforms at Ozthecryptogoat. All lowercases, no spaces. Thank you guys for the donuts and the roses and everything. I'll continue to TA. We were at like 16, 17, and we're just starting to fall down. Like the likes just aren't coming in. The gifts just aren't coming in. So I'm going to call it a night, guys. Thank you. Unless I receive a Galaxy in the next, let's see, we're at 42, 15 seconds, or I'm out. We'll call it at 3 hours and 20 minutes. Nice round number. So yeah, we got to get a Galaxy in the next couple minutes, or we're out. All right, that's it. All right, have a good night, guys. Take care. Appreciate you. Make sure you click the Discord link in my bio and get engaged with us. We're going to be trading. I'm also going to be live streaming again on Abstract and Twitch exclusively after this, where you can ask more questions about everything we talked about today, things that we can't say here on TikTok. No, not begging for tips, just trying to get the algorithm boosted. We're trying to get back to where we were. I've been on a break for a little while, but if you want to continue with the show, we're going to continue the show. I'm going to be playing some Call of Duty and doing TA as well for free. Obviously, and we're going to be talking more about everything, but TikTok, it just is what it is. TikTok wants to make money. That's all they care about. All right, have a good night, guys. Make sure you send me a follow. Hit that follow button, guys. All right, have a good night.
Somebody sleeping with somebody else. Just shut the fuck up, keep it to yourself. That's why you won't see me on your latest X-Space. Cause you don't have balls to say it directly to my face. They always be talking behind my back, bro, I really don't care, I'm just trying.
Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share the show with everyone you know. So we're about to go down this rabbit hole right now. Now I'm about to send this GoPro down the rabbit hole. So we have climbing gear here. GoPro with a light, and right down here is the entrance to something. There's something down here. We're going to send this GoPro camera. I'm going to let you guys get a look at what it is, see if you guys can see that. So this is our setup here. I don't think you can see it too well. So we have a GoPro with a light on the end of it. So that is going to go down into that hole right there, and we'll have more shots of it in just a minute. So it's at least 300 feet deep. So I have a 300-foot helicopter recovery line. just gonna come here and take a look. Can you guys hear the audio? I have the mic on. Can you guys hear me? Don't forget to hit the like button, guys. All right, let's send her down. Well, I guess I was supposed to post in Discord. Let's see here. So, we're definitely not alone out here, that's for sure. There's somebody else in like an ATV. Looks like a, what do you call those things? Like a Polaris. And they are wondering what the heck we are doing out here. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share the show with everyone you know. We're gonna head right down this hole right here, so I'm gonna show you where the hole's at. It's right here. It's about big enough for a human to climb. Well, you can hear the echo too. It's just about big enough. I could probably get in there. I'm a bit wide, my shoulders are wide, so it may not be, but I think I could. There's about a dozen of these I've found out here so far. And That was pretty cool though. Well, it worked. I took the footage. See what we caught. Maybe there's some more. I'm gonna check the chat here real quick. How you doing, chat? See anybody watching? We got a few. Okay. He caught a light. Oh my god. What am I doing? So we are going down the rabbit hole. So there's a series of these tunnels that I found, and we are sending a GoPro down. It's about 200 feet down. And at first I thought they were wells out in the desert here. And then after more research and examination, I believe they are vents to some type of underground tunnel system. So you got to be careful, my goat. Yeah, I'm being careful. So we got professional equipment here. I am not alone. I actually have the camera crew here with me, and they're just a good crew. They're silent. We also have the fire department on notice that we're out here. So nice. Is that your first recording you put down there? It is the first recording. So this is the first image. I'm going to upload everything, and it's going to be in my Discord. So make sure you click the Discord link in my bio. Join the Discord to see all those videos and stuff. But we're actually out here in the middle of the desert. We can hear the train going by. I need your help. Can I get 50 Solana from you? Oh my god, dude. Always begging for change, bro. Always begging for change, man. Get real. So there's a dozen of these out here. We're gonna send the camera down a few others. Gift to send me. Chat, he wants me to gift to send him. You lost everything? I'm sorry to hear that, buddy. You should have been watching the show. Send a glow stick down. Just to give you guys a reference how deep this is. So let me get some glow sticks here. Take the camera handheld. Drop it down. So I got a glow stick. We got a glow stick here. So let me turn off the tripod and stuff. And so let me give you a better reference of what's going on here. So here's our hole. And like I said, there's a dozen of these. So I want you to just check this out, chat. I'm gonna send you guys down there. So I just sent this. I just sent this down the hole. That's what all this gear is right here. If you know anything about me, I'm actually a professional climber. So I got it all down in there. So we sent that down, and we're gonna take a look and see what we saw. And then there's a dozen of these, so we're gonna check out all of them. Yeah, so this is actually a helicopter recovery line that I have right here. It's 300 foot. We used about half of it. I brought an extra 300 feet just in case. I had no idea how deep it. This whole bag is full of rope right here. So I got a whole other thing of line in here. This is more for other use case. This is an 8mm. I think this one is. I think this is an 8mm. This is, or no, this might be 8. I think this is like 10mm, 15. I'm not sure. But this is strong stuff right here. This is a helicopter recovery line. This will hold several human beings on it. This is some really tough stuff right here. My concern is for you to be careful. Bro, I'm a professional, man. I used to go spelunking all the time. I'm tempted to go down it. As you can see, I can fit down there. It comes 8 and 11, and that's probably what I got is 8 and 11. The two different lines. But so I guess we can go to the next one and send this down and grab all this shit. Will you hold on to that for me? Pack up this camera equipment. We'll go to the next hole. I do have a small enough drone to fly down there. The problem is it's in steel, so I'm assuming that the drone would lose signal. Maybe if I'm right over top of it, but I don't want to lose any of my drones to down there. That's my biggest concern with that. Otherwise, I had pretty much already thought about doing that. What are you really looking for there? I'm looking for the entrance to the tunnels. Yeah, I can see that you have a cheap one. You don't share. See, I do have a cheap one that's small enough. The problem is the one that's small enough doesn't have a camera, and I don't think it would have the range. So that was my first thought, was like, okay, we'll send a drone down there. And I realized that the best way to go about this was to just rig up the GoPro like I did. We've actually been planning this for months. Can you put this in the case? I got my cameraman here with me. Thank you. Yeah, I actually ordered the GoPro special just for this. I had other GoPros and stuff before, but I don't have them anymore. So I ordered one just for this adventure that we're on right now. So we're gonna go try to find another one. What I believe is these are the air shafts for the underground transit system, is what I believe that they're for. I believe the entrance, I know where it's at, but it's been backfilled in. So that's the issue I'm having with the entrance, is it's backfilled. At least the one that I've found. I'm sure there's multiple entrances. But the issue is that all the main entrances have been filled. I have a feeling that I'm either going to have to excavate one of the entrances, or I'm going to have to go down a tunnel like this one here. Yeah, the GoPro is to figure out exactly what's going on there. So I want to show you guys something. And this is why I believe that it's a tunnel system to mine. So I dug this out right here. So this is the hole right here. And then there's this spot right here. This is what I dug out. So this is, let me turn it so you can see it with the light. So this is where like an ore cart or something was here, and you can see all this pea gravel. This has been laid down like a road, and it runs this direction back here, and there's more of them. And so as you can see, it comes right up to here, and then this was buried right here. So my thing is, it's either a mine shaft, air vent, or this was a place where they would send ore up through the mine shaft. And there would have been like a stilt thing above here, with, you know, a thing to load up the ore carts. But I haven't found any others with the railroad ties like this. I have found the pea gravel though, like this. So this was put here for part of this whole thing we got going on. So we're trying to figure out what's going on, you know. There's some hundreds of years of history going on right here, and so we want to figure out, you know, what goes to where and how it got there, and if there's anything cool to find underneath there. All right, so put all this in this bag here, put that in there carefully, and then zip it up. But I think we'll go check out another one right now. So I don't want to pack all this line. Here, will you hold the camera on me? I guess I'll pack this line. Fuck it. I don't want to pack all this line. I want to do it all at the end. So I'm just going to throw the line in the basket. right, chat. On to the next rabbit hole. Let's see, where is that other one? Let's see if we can find this next one here. I mean, they're riddled out here. They're just everywhere. Man, it's cold. It is so freaking cold. Where did we see that other one at? I feel like we're nearby. And we came out here after it freshly rained because I wanted to know, is it a well? You know, is there water down there when it rains, you know? And I'm not seeing anything like that. So I'm thinking mine shaft. Obviously there's going to be water down there when it's raining and whatnot. Like we just seen it. Turn around. We passed it. More of the pea gravel. So we're cruising to the next spot. Whoa, chat, it's snowing it's snowing. Dude, it feels like it's gonna snow out here. It is cold enough for snow, that's for sure. There's just no weather. Dude, it feels like it's gonna snow out here. It is cold enough for snow, that's for sure. There's just no weather. I feel like this is about where we turn. There's our tracks. I know we're close. There's all kinds of them out here, that's for sure. Where are you? Okay, we went too far. Sometimes I just gotta like, I just saw it. Live is restricted to some audiences. Activities that could cause serious injuries, like what? Having a GoPro mounted? Because oh, maybe it's because of we're in the cart. All right, here's the next spot. And you see all the pea gravel again. All right. There we go. There it is. And originally I thought it was a well because of this concrete pad. But I'm starting to think otherwise. Oh yeah, TikTok doesn't want us to do this, but who cares? I'm getting it with it's being recorded. So we got another glow stick. It finally hit the bottom. Look at this one's even deeper than the last one. The last one had something like stuck in it. This one's a lot deeper. You see how far that glow stick is? That one's definitely deeper. And this one's bigger too and wider. This one I could definitely get down. See my feet together? I could fit down there. Let's send the camera down there. So let me set up the camera here. Don't forget to hit the like button, guys. Smash the like button. Send in your daily heart me's. Let's get this algorithm cooking. But I believe all this should be recorded, so Elon can pull it out and save it. Do you want to record me handheld? All right, come over here. Or you can sit in there and hold it if you want. Just keep it pointed that direction, tilted somewhat down, okay? Just get the hole there. So, I can't read the chat right now, but feel free to chat, and I will check it later. So, don't not chat. But we're gonna send another line down here. I have a feeling this one's gonna go much further than the last one. I've sent a glow stick down this one before. I just found that other one recently, and I hadn't sent anything down yet. That's why we did that one first. So we got our little setup here, and hopefully we catch something. Doing a little fishing, chat. A little bit of fishing. Let's see here. Alright, we're hooked on. We're tied off. Let me get my gloves. Oh, it's so cold out. It is really cold. Oh, I forgot to press record. That would have been dumb. Yeah, I gotta press record, dummy. Almost messed it all up. Bring it back up and the record button. like it's a lot deeper. Oh yeah, it's still going. So this is where we were on the last one, and we're going well past that. It looks like open space down there. Sheesh, I can't even see the light now. It's still going. Chat, it's still going. I just pulled out another 50 feet. It's still going. We're almost to 300 feet. It's still going. It's still going. It's going to take this whole bag. Oh, I think we're near the bottom. It's still going. It's still going, Chad. It went past the glow stick. Holy cow. It's still going. Strong too. It's got a ways. So the glow stick looks like it's about 300 feet down almost. Maybe like 250. And we're still taking line on this bag. It's still going. This is more than double the last hole. Man. Look at it. It's still taking it. Still going. I can barely see the camera in the light. We're still going. I can't even see the light anymore. The glow stick fell further. It's still going, chat. You can come closer, get close up, just come to the edge of the concrete. I can't even see the light. Let me see that. You can't even see the light down there. That's how far down it is. And it's just still going. That's the whole bag. That's 300 feet, chat. That's a full 300 feet. We're gonna have to add another line. I'm gonna pull it up. We're gonna come back on another. We're gonna take a look at it on the video and See what we can see, but the glow stick clearly fell further than where it stopped originally, and you can't even see the glow stick anymore. This is incredible. This is deep. This could be 500 feet or more. Could be a mile down. But we'll use this to gauge if there's a tunnel or something, or another level further down, or what. It feels heavy. It feels like there's a gremlin holding on to it. It doesn't feel like the weight of the camera anymore. I feel like we caught something that we're pulling it up. It could be the weight of the rope, but it feels heavy. Okay, now we're to where the depth of the last one was. Look at all that line. That's 3 times the amount of line as the last hole we went down. Just out here, plus the length that we went down before. That sucker's deep. It feels heavier. I don't know if it's just from holding the rope, or maybe we caught something and pulled it up with it. Hope the battery on the light didn't die. I don't see any light. Nope, the light's still on. Holy crap. That's a long ways down there. Look at all that rope. That's a lot of freaking rope. Holy crap. Chat, that made me nervous. I'm not gonna lie. How wide is it? It's about the wide of a set of human shoulders. Just for reference, this is my foot right there. I'm a size 12, so it's a little bit wider than 12 inches. Can you cover it up? I mean, why would I? We're trying to blow the lid off this thing, guys. No pets or kids can fall in. Well, I mean, maybe someone can fall in. It did have... I think that's what this is for. Looks like the wind blew it off. So I can cover it back up. It's deep. We're gonna need more rope. I have a longer rope, but I'm running out of battery. And I wanna go look and see what the video shows. And I'll post it to Discord, so make sure you join my Discord. The link is in my bio. And I'm going to post the Spirit Box video too. I'm going to work on all that tonight. So it is freezing cold out here, so we're going to head back and we're going to render this video from the GoPro here. That's our camera setup. And see what we got. So, what's up, big baller? How you doing, bro? So, I have a feeling we're gonna need another 300 feet. This is 300 feet of rope, and it took all of it. I brought another 300 with me, but we had hit something where it may have been like a ladder or something. So I want to kind of see what's down there first, and we'll do another segment on this one. There's 11 of these out here, guys. There's so many of these we're gonna have to go look out. What's my prediction for what it is? I believe that this is an air vent for a mine shaft. There's no way that this is it on your property? This one's not on my property. This one's several miles out. We're out in the boonies right now. The one on my property is what I believe to be the entrance, because it is the size of this entire slab, the hole, and it's been backfilled in. And we got a train coming. I should take you guys around the airport. I just don't want to give away my location. Yeah, I don't want to dox myself. There's a lot of cool stuff here, that's for sure. But I dropped a glow stick down here, and you can barely see it. So let's go upload this video and take a look at it, and I'll post it to Discord. So I'll see y'all there in a little bit, and get that video, put Elon to work, and we'll solve the mystery of the rabbit hole in the desert. All right, chat, thank you all for showing up, and I'll see y'all later. Check 1, 2. Do we have audio? Yep, we have audio. All right, we're good.
What is real?
What's up, baby?
How do you define?
How we doing? How do you define real?
What is real, what is human? This world got me questioning, consuming. Stuck in the matrix, feeling like I'm Truman. So upside down, disconnected from the human. But more fists here now, you ready?
How's everybody doing today? Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share the show with all your friends, everyone you know. So we're going to talk about some things today. It's a little bit of a rabbit hole day. We're going to do some rabbit hole stuff today. Don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, share the show with your friends. We need those likes rolling in, baby. How's everybody doing today? If you like rabbit holes, then you're going to like today's show, because I have a little, I mean, it's not so much a rabbit hole, but it's something that I think needs to be discussed. It has to do with Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone, by the way. It's good to see you all and have you here. What's up, Jay Heat? How you doing, buddy? Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to share the show out. Let's see here. Let's set up a gift goal. Let's see here. We'll do heart me's. How you doing, Jay Heat? It's good to see you, man. It's been a minute. So today is going to be different than our regular crypto show, obviously. We have two shows. We have the Down the Rabbit Hole show, and we have the crypto show. And I'm going to be splitting up the crypto show into a news show and a TA show. So they're going to be separate and different from each other. So I do want to talk a little bit about crypto today too, though, because I just met up with Crypto Rap in San Diego. We went to a crypto conference thing in San Diego. It was a lot of fun. It was more or less a party. We were hanging out, having a good time. And you know, I got to hang out with Goat Tribe. As you can see, I have the Goat Tribe banner up in the back now. At Ada Goats. If you don't follow them, go check them out.
How do you define real?
So let's see here. I feel like I need to pull up the charts just to like get people to stop in. But today's going to be more or less about rabbit holes, right? Let's do a little TA while we're waiting for people to roll in here. Mine as well. Anybody got a project they want me to take a look at for them? Oh, let's see here. Let's do a little TA, huh? The charts seem to make people stop by. I don't know what it is, but it seems to work. By the way, is the stream smooth? What's up, Tech CEO? How you doing, buddy? It's good to see you. Yeah, let's look at Link. Look at Link. Oh, yeah. Let's take a look here. Well, on the daily, it looks like we're trending down. All right, so we have, you know, lower highs, lower lows. If we break out above this, I would say that that's pretty bullish, and that would indicate probably a turnaround. Let's see here. This could, let's just say it breaks out, which I do think things are going to break out. We're coming up on the harvest moon, right? So this is the last harvest moon of the year before the moon cycle resets. That being the case, I would say there's a potential for things to go up here. However, this is an ascending channel, all right, which is bearish, which means that it will probably break down. But if you take into consideration the moon cycle, there is a potential for a break, and that would send it up here to about 14.9 to 15.7, right? And potentially higher, maybe like 16, right? And if it does, I would say that is a potential that it forms like an inverted head and shoulders thing like this, sending it up to about 18, 19, 20 cents, somewhere around there. Here's the issue, okay? We got to look at the timeline. So this would be right here, December 4th. Look at it. It lines up perfectly with the moon cycle. So I think we hit 15. The internet has been really bad. You know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to end, because we're multi-streaming. I'm going to stop streaming on other platforms for now. Let's see. Tell me if this fixes it. Hopefully that helps. Okay. So we're running off Starlink right now, and Starlink is having outages because of the solar storm. So our bit rate is low right now. All right, so back to TA, right? So we're looking at the timeline here, right? Tech CEO. Full moon, I think we're going to hit 15 cents. Now, maybe it goes crazy parabolic, but that would be the first zone of resistance. I just don't see it doing anything crazier than that, unless like some alt season miracle happens, right? So I don't think that this plays out. Maybe it does. Maybe we continue to be bullish through December, but that would mean right before Christmas we would top out here, and then it would be potentially done. Either way, whether it comes up here and then shoots up here to this point, or if it plays out like this, where we come up and then we come down, either way, we're in this like descending channel thing, and we're creating new lows. We're trending downward. What if it doesn't go up? What could it go down to? I'm telling you right now, it's going to go up. But if it does go down, I would say the first line of support, it would be 10.8. That's where it would go to. That's the next stop on the way down before another move up. I don't think it's going to go down, bro. I mean, it could potentially go down a little bit. Let's just say, because this is an ascending channel, let's just say it does this, right? And this breaks down. It could double bottom right here, and then that's sending it back up to 15, 16 cents. So either way, this thing's going to hit probably about 15, 16 cents. So that's what I'm seeing. And let's just say the cycle's over, right? And we're coming to the end and we're headed down. That's just what it's going to be. Where would the bottom be if the bull run is over, right? Where would the bottom be? I would say right around here. 8 cents to 5 cents. It's going to come down to 5 cents. That's where it'll hit. And it does go into despair when it first drops. So let's just say worst case scenario, it's going to 2 cents. I doubt it goes that low. Right here at 5 cents seems to be the sweet spot. That's where I would enter. That would be my entry zone. 5 cents. And basically buy anything between 8 and 5 cents or lower, obviously. That would be my accumulation zone on this. Tech CEO, thank you for the hanging lights. Appreciate you. So, Tech CEO, you're coming out to Vegas on New Year's for Backstreet Boys, bro. I'm so jealous. You have no idea. But when you're out here in town, man, I would love to meet up with you, brother. I hate Vegas around New Year's, but you know what, dude? I would literally drive out there just to come shake your hand, brother. Is that for Link? Yes, this is for Chain Link. All right, so this is a rabbit hole show. Everybody start tapping the like button. What's wild? To come out to see you, bro? Dude, I drove further to go see Crypto Rap. Like, it's really not a big deal for me. I don't have anything to do. Like, I do this show and I tinker on my cars and shit. Like, I'd be chilling all the time. So Vegas is way close to me. Like, I can be there in, I don't know, less than an hour. That's hella close. So if you're out here, man, I'll drive out, shake your hand. We'll go shoot some craps or something. Sounds like a good night to me. But I know you got, everything going on with your life. So, like, I don't want to intrude or anything like that. But I would love to come see you, shake your hand. We could do a a little cameo live or recording, that would be awesome, man. I absolutely love you, bro. Since the first day I saw you with the hat and the glasses on, man, I was like, I love this guy. What's up, Milkshake? What's up, TikTok seller? What's up, G-Rod? How's everybody? I'll talk to my girlfriend and see what the plans are. Yeah, dude, let me know. Did Cam move? What do you mean? Did the camera move? Milkshake, always a pleasure to see you. I'm not going to play the Milkshake song. That's a Waddy thing. But it's great to see you. So today I want to talk about some rabbit hole stuff too. I don't know, camera looks like it's angled different. It is angled differently. I literally got inspiration and just ran into the studio. Like, my desk is a mess. Like, nothing was set up. Like, I'm supposed to be cooking Thanksgiving dinner and stuff right now. For me, when I cook Thanksgiving, it's a 4-day process. So I've been cooking since Monday. I do everything from scratch. And when I say everything, like, I baked bread so that I could tear it up and turn it into croutons for stuffing. Like, I baked cornbread so that I could add it to that bread for the stuffing. Like, it's a whole process, and I do everything 100% by myself. This year, I'm cooking the turkey on a rotisserie on my barbecue. So it's going to be rotisserie turkey. I am so excited for it too. It's brining right now. Oh my God, this is probably the best year's brine I've ever made. And everything in the brine, all the herbs, and except for like some of the spices, obviously, but like it all came from the farm here in the garden. So like the thyme, the rosemary, the ginger, everything that goes into it all came from out of the ground that I grew throughout this year. So it's all fresh. Even the onions are grown here. So it's been a bit of a process. And then the pumpkins as well. I make the pumpkin pie. All the pumpkins are from my garden. They've been baked. I'm gonna puree them today. It's gonna be awesome. And then I have to make pie crust today. So I gotta, make some dough and everything. But like I said, the only thing I really didn't do this year is hunt my own turkey, which sometimes I do that. I want to do that next year. I want to go hunt my own turkey. I want to go to NorCal and hunt for turkeys, and maybe even just like mid-cal. Like I know they have some good turkeys out in where is it? It's just outside of Frisco. Anyway, that's the last place I got turkey. So anybody watch Bob's Burgers? I'm like Bob from Bob's Burgers when it comes to Thanksgiving. White House got locked down. No, it did not. Hold on a second. I spoke to AP on condition of anonymity. The suspect, who was in custody, also was shot and has injuries that are not believed to be life-threatening. Sources say emergency medical responders transported all 3 victims to the hospital, according to Vito Magalio, the public information officer for the DC Fire and Emergency Services. Police tape considered cordoned off the scene of the emergency fire, and police vehicles, lights flashed, helicopter blades thundered, blah, 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 blah. Let's see. What does it say? Any motivation to it? That's interesting. I don't know. I guess that I wonder if there's like a political motivation to that. Why shut down everything? This didn't happen last time there was a shooting. Well, I mean, they put the president in the bunker. He was speaking or something at the White House. They put him in the bunker. I don't know. Maybe it has to do with more to it. Maybe it's all theater. Maybe it was just something to allow them to do something else. Who knows? We need more information on this thing. What's good, brother? Long time no see. Hope all is going well. Everything is doing fantastically. Thank you, 100s Club. Hey, guys, you want to see some cool stuff that I got? Check out my Goat Tribe mug. I got a Goat Tribe mug. I got a Goat Tribe pin. I got another set of the Goat Tribe NFT rolling papers. I got a Goat Tribe joint roller. I got a Goat Tribe lighter. And I got a Goat Tribe grinder with a keef catcher. This thing is so cool. I wish you got that glass bottle. I'll get one. Dude, I'm going to be going to these events all the time. I'm going to get another opportunity to win that thing or buy it off someone that wins it. Give it time. I'm going to be after all the goat merch. All right, so we were talking about Thanksgiving, right? So let me pull up. This is what we're supposed to be watching right here. We're going to jump down a rabbit hole, ladies and gentlemen. And it's not too deep of a rabbit hole. It's surface level rabbit hole stuff, all right? Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share the show with your friends, send in your daily heart me. That is our live goal today. Let's get 5 heart me's if we could. If you can. Obviously, if you can't gift, just hit the like button, right? But I would imagine viewership's not going to be as good for the next couple days because of, you know, the holiday and stuff. But I wanted to make this episode because I feel like it's important. And, you know, we record all of this stuff and it plays, you know, we play reruns on YouTube and Abstract all the time. TikTok seller, thank you for the heart me. So basically, I want to get this information out for you because I want to educate people on what's going on. Thoughts on Tangam wallet? Tangam's good. I prefer the Arculus, but Tangam is good. Tangam is Swiss, I believe. So it's from a Swiss company. I prefer Arculus because it has tap to pay options and it is made in the US. The reruns are hilarious. Yeah, dude, especially the ones where Josh comes on. It's funny. And you know what's great is to see the reruns from the past and see how everything that I was saying has just been playing out like a movie, just being right all the time. And I'm not trying to toot my own horn here, but you know, validation it feels good. It feels good to be right about something. And often, if not pretty much all the time, obviously TA is not perfect, but when we zoom out and we look at the big picture of everything that's going on, I've been saying it since January. It's pretty crazy. Tangam's never been hacked. That's the biggest sales point. I don't believe Arculus has ever been hacked. I believe people have given away their keys, but I don't think it's ever been hacked. But, you know, you can also have just a Cardano wallet, you know, and Cardano's never been hacked. You know, you can get like a Lace wallet There's all kinds of different wallets out there. You don't necessarily have to have a, in hand, like a Ledger or a Tangum or, you can just have a device. And if you do this, I would recommend that you have like something that is like, not like your phone, right? But you could have like a separate phone, a cheaper phone or whatever, and you can download it onto that and you can use that device as your wallet. So it doesn't necessarily have to be one of these products. Honestly, the more I've learned about it, I am a little, I don't know. I don't want to give out any bad information. Do what you think is best. But in my opinion, I don't really know how much you need it anymore. It seems like, especially like certain exchanges seem to be backing up the liquidity that's in your wallet or the exchanges, right? So it seems like it's becoming more secure. They're going to be, taking care of you. Obviously, nothing's perfect. JFM, thank you for the heart me. Much appreciated. Good to see you, buddy. Always a pleasure. It's great to see the community and to be back here. And so anyway, I want to reel it in from crypto. Obviously, we do crypto, right? But let's talk about something. And don't run away, guys, just because I'm not talking about crypto. I really want the world and the community to hear this. And this is why I decided to go live, because I was talking to Jesse, and as you know, Jesse is very much more left than I am. I'm a bit more right than she is, but we're both pretty much centerline. But one of the things that we were talking about was Thanksgiving, right? And the left is very much so like, oh, I don't want to celebrate Thanksgiving. It's about genocide. You guys have heard the story, right? And then the right is very much like, oh no, like, it was patriotic and blah, 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 and whatever, right? This is what I want you guys to understand about Thanksgiving, okay? I think there's truth and validity to both sides, but let's take a moment to understand and focus on what Thanksgiving is really about and what you need to be focusing on when it comes to Thanksgiving. And the thing is Thanksgiving is about being thankful for what we have, obviously, right? But it's also about remembering that there was a group of people, the indigenous Native Americans of the continent of the United States today, right? And those people were being persecuted. Now, not by everyone. There were good people coming over and there were bad people coming over. Obviously, like, there was this idea that they were savages and they would just, lay them to waste. I got to be careful of the words I use here on TikTok, right? But, there were also people that were loving and caring and good people that weren't doing that. Okay? It's true, we butchered them, but it brought people together to stop the butchering, is what 100's Club says. Yes, and it was gruesome what was done. But what we need to focus on is that there were good people that were there. No one deserves to lose their life over anything, whether it's for land or for starving to death, right? But there were good people. And we know that when the settlers came here, the winter came and food was scarce and they didn't know how to grow food here, right? What was it? Squanto taught them to bury the fish in the ground and then plant the corn on top so that it would fertilize the corn, right? They helped them. Okay. And this is the part that we need to focus on right here. And quit dividing and say, I am not going to celebrate Thanksgiving because of blah, 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 whatever. Or Thanksgiving is an amazing thing and none of the genocide ever happened. No. What we need to focus on is that Thanksgiving is a beautiful holiday and it should be remembered. And what should be remembered is that there was a group of people that were being butchered and persecuted and slaughtered for no reason other than they were different. But those people chose to help the pilgrims. Despite everything that was happening, they reached out a kind hand to help them, to keep them from starving to death, from freezing to death. And that's what we need to understand. And that is what we're celebrating here with this holiday. We are celebrating the fact that there is goodness and pure love and admiration for our fellow man. That despite any negativity, any evilness that anyone does to you, that you can make the choice to still extend love. And it doesn't have to be, the way things are right now. It doesn't have to be this divide. We can agree. Both sides can agree on the same thing and stop pitting ourselves against each other and understand the real reason that we celebrate Thanksgiving is we are thankful that we didn't starve to death because the people that we were trying to hurt helped us. And understand that there is goodness out there and we have a lot to be thankful for. So if you're thankful this year for something, I'd like to know in the chat. Chat, tell me, what are you thankful for this year? What is your Thanksgiving miracle? What is the best thing that's happened to you this year or in your life? What are we thankful for? Is anyone thankful for anything in here? I'll tell you what I'm thankful for. I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful for you, my TikTok family and my social media family. I'm thankful for having purpose because of this show. I'm thankful for obviously I said my family, but my kids. I'm thankful for all the blessings that I have gotten this year. I'm thankful for my financial freedom. I'm thankful for my individual freedom. I'm thankful for every day, says 100s Club. That is beautiful. Every day is a blessing, guys. You should be thankful and grateful every single day that you wake up because we are not guaranteed tomorrow. Anything can happen. The gray hair G-Rod give you question mark. That doesn't make any sense. I think I know what you're referring to, but I don't understand what it is you're trying to say. I'm thankful for, so many things. I'm thankful that I've been given so many opportunities, especially in like the crypto environment. I have been blessed and welcomed there with open arms. I'm thankful that I've gotten to meet so many great creators that and influencers as well, through this space and to be a part of the community. And it's been an amazing thing. G-Rod, what are you thankful for? Are you thankful for the gray hair I gave you with crypto? Absolutely. I'm thankful to have people in my Discord. Don't forget to hit the link in my bio, join the Discord where we all roast and haze each other pretty dramatically. It gets a little dramatic in there. There are times it gets a little dramatic, but it's fun. I don't mind pushback. I don't mind a little negativity. It rolls off my back. But at the same time, I'm not just going to roll over and take it. I'm going to defend myself. You know, I'm going to say this is the world as I see it, you know. But I'm not afraid of any pushback. Bring it, you know. If you're a hater of me, please get in my Discord and roast me. I love it. Hundreds Club says, agreed. I met people on here and I'm extremely grateful for it. Yeah, it is a great community that we have here. And you know what's cool is, like, I've met people not just on the crypto side, but on the rabbit hole side of things. You know, we've been able to, you know, grow and branch out into multiple communities. G-Rod says we fight in the Discord like family because we love each other. Absolutely. The Discord is like, I mean, there are sections in the Discord that are just absolutely unhinged. And then there's just places that are just full of information and knowledge. And we have so many sections. Actually, I kind of want to pull it up. Let's pull up the Discord. Let me show you guys. Click the Discord link in my bio and come join us here. So this is the Discord. Look at all of these sections. So we have our rules, we have announcements, we have news, merch, social media, knowledge, survival skills, personal growth. We have our general chat, crypto, memes, down the rabbit hole, moonshot, cars, true crime. It's a pretty goated. Look at knowledge. Knowledge is my favorite section. So there's all kinds of, we have audio books in here. Let's see here. We also, down the rabbit hole, we have all kinds of rabbit hole videos, and we have discussions. I'm trying to see here. See, we discuss all the rabbit holes here, and we're talking about everything. And we've got the memes. We're just posting funny stuff. We have the cars section. You can post your cars, whatever it is you're working on or you see that's cool. We got true crime. So there's a bunch of like true crime stories. I just started that one. We have Moonshot. This is our online trading group where we group trade together. It's pretty awesome. So join the Discord, get locked in. Knowledge is power for sure, but not what you know, it's who you know. Yes and no. The rabbit hole is the best. Yeah, dude, rabbit hole is the most active section in and obviously crypto too. But the rabbit hole, man, we get into some deep discussions there, and we're talking about all kinds of stuff. And we're basically we're jumping in rabbit holes and we're digging them deeper is what we're doing. And we're trying to get to the bottom of shit. And it's a lot of fun, man. We have a lot of fun. A lot of it's joking, a lot of it's serious, a lot of it's scary. I feel like we need to have like a ghost stories section. I'm going to create one. I'm going to create ghost stories in the Discord. And I like, I try to keep it locked in. Some people post things in the wrong place, and I try to like move them around and keep it organized so that way, you're not just, you go into a rabbit hole and everyone's talking about crypto. You know what I mean? We keep it pretty well organized so that way you can find, whatever topic it is you want to talk about. And if you get in there and you're a part of the community and you want to create a new section, we can totally do that. But I would say like this Discord is pretty awesome and we have a good time there, but we need to grow it. We need to grow our community. So please click the link in my bio, join the Discord. I also teach my TA class in the Discord. We have a TA class, and we have a special guest coming on next week for the TA class. So that's going to be awesome. If you want to sign up for the TA class, send me a DM and I will get you in the TA class. But the guy that's coming on for the TA class to help share some of his knowledge, he was a hedge fund manager, and his job was to TA and track the markets. You know, this guy understands macroeconomics on a level that I couldn't even understand. And I'm learning from him as well. So it's great to bring on these guests because we're building this vat of knowledge in understanding the markets. It has progressed so much from the basics to ultra advanced. Like I'm learning from it now. It's pretty incredible. I got to jump off to get the kids to practice. I'll be back later. Hey, don't worry, man. We'll be in the Discord after this. This is just a short little live. I figured I'd do a little hour. I wanted to, talk about Thanksgiving though, and what we need to be focused on, and quit using Thanksgiving as a reason to divide each other, and realize that there's no reason to hate each other because of Thanksgiving. I thought it's a thought subject. Ghosts, I don't understand how they can wear clothing. I'm a ghost right now. I'm wearing clothing. I don't think ghosts wear clothing. And maybe they do. I think what you're seeing when you see ghosts is like a apparition connected to you, like telekinetically or telepathically in some way where they can project an image into your mind. Maybe that's what I think it could possibly be. I think there are different categories in like ghost spirits and different things that you see. And I think they're not all the same thing, and we tend to like lump them all together. And I think what we're seeing and experiencing is multiple different things. All right, everybody. Vintnur, thank you for the heart me. Sorry, I didn't catch that till just now. Sighting of them, you make sense. You know what? I have seen so much activity since I moved to this place that I'm at now. You know what? Oh my God. I get so busy. I forget to do things. I'm going to post the spirit box thing. I'm going to work on that so we have this spirit box. This is the same one they use in BuzzFeed and like ghost hunters and stuff like that, right? They're not cheap either. So we actually caught some things on the spirit box, and not only did we do it, like we did like a double blind thing where we used it 2 different instances and got the same result kind of thing. It was pretty crazy. Can't join the Discord through the phone. Send me a direct message and I will send you a new link. The link probably needs to be refreshed.